Okay, I didn't label this because I don't know when I'm gonna stop. Perfect world, I finished today, right now. 2 ALCS wins, 4 World Series wins. I need to win 6 games. Scoreless in the top of the 6th in Game 3, but I'm up 2 games to none.
Let's go down to the field with Heidi Watney for a report on what she took away from her talks with the players. Heidi?
Matt, they jumped out to a 2-0 lead in this 7-game series, but they seem anything but satisfied. One team leader told me that we believe the only thing that can beat us in this series is ourselves. The key to not doing that is staying in the right frame of mind. Our opponent is going to come at us hard today, and we have got to be ready.
Leading off for the Rays, the second baseman, number 8.
Oh shit, I'm leaving. ESPN is doing this thing where all of the commissioners of the major sports, so like, as far as I know, like Roger Goodell, Adam Silver, Rob Manfred, they said they're having 5 out of 6, so I don't know what that implies. But I'd imagine for sure Roger Goodell, Adam Silver, and Rob Manfred will all be there. And don't get me wrong, fuck Goodell. But I hope, first of all, I hope that Adam Silver just laughs at everyone the entire time, because people actually like him. But on top of that, I hope that all of the commissioners clown Rob Manfred because of how much Rob Manfred and the owners are killing baseball. Literally killing baseball.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Lined but speared on a hop. Throw to first.
So I have to call him. He's Rob Manfuck. Rob Manfuck is fretting baseball.
Now batting, the
Troy,
first
the
baseman,
next to hit. Last
G-Man
time through was a base
Troy.
hit. Here's the first pitch to him.
Count
Fastball
1-0.
too high to start him
This is
out
such a
here.
fuck
1-0.
up.
Some action out in the bullpen.
Like Rob Manfred, as it is, was already fucking up the game so much.
That ball is
What a scoot.
It's a lot
That is
easier
good.
to hit when you're
No strike.
putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's
Just
done a
ranting
great
about
job
how much Rob
not
Manfred
swinging
sucks
at
right about
pitchers'
now.
pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone,
Ooh.
he's getting the barrel
One
Man,
strike.
right on a 93 mile an hour
Balls
pitch.
to
That
the
is
strike
not a
to the
good
Rays
sign.
first baseman. Not fooled there. As
Get up,
this ball's
get up.
hammered out to deep right field.
G-Man,
And
Choi.
Goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
All right, we're on the board. Nothing in Game 3.
A solo shot here to straightaway
How
right
old
field.
that guy,
His
third
first
base
homer
coach,
so
looks.
far in the series
Some
as
long
the Rays
gray
move
hair.
out on top 1-0.
Good for him, though.
there's still some game left to be played, but that one swing
That
could
ball
end
just
up
kept
being a
rising. I got
deciding
lucky there.
factor in this one.
That is a huge home run for G-Man. Okay.
Now batting,
Into the box
designated
now,
hitter,
Jose Martinez.
Jose
As
Ball
the
one.
pitch
Martinez.
misses to him. It's
Who's
ball
on the
one.
mound for me is the
1
real
for
question.
2 in the ball game thus far.
They were supposed to have Lance Lynn in Game 2, but they put someone else out there.
Ball.
And that
Down.
one
So maybe
misses
Lance Lynn's
badly.
pitching
It's ball 2.
G-Man Koi is pretty food.
Yeah, I like G-Man Choi. He really grew on me
Line to
last
year.
year.
second where it's caught there for out
The,
number 2.
the third baseman, number 2.
Stepping
You know,
into the
I
box.
remember doing
Yandy
this team's March to
Diaz.
October last year
From him
before they
so
blew
far in
up.
this one.
And
Fastball
seeing him, I was like,
swung
all right,
on,
I don't.
down
This
towards
guy's
second.
like solid. He's
Reined
okay.
in.
You know.
Throw
And then he
in
really had
time,
a
side is
good
retired.
showing last year, and now he's even better in this game.
So the batting
He's
order
really
turns
grown on
over
me.
now and set to go.
I already got Lance Lynn on the
Leading
mound.
off
Nice.
for the
His fellow
Indians,
top-of-the-order hitters
the
haven't
third
really offered
baseman,
much help for this
Jose.
lineup so far.
No,
Rob
these
Perez.
guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action. They just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn
The
it
foul.
around, though.
Ah,
We'll see if
shit.
it happens.
And this will find the wall deep
Good
in the
read
corner.
out there and right though, Renfro. That's huge to hold him to a single there.
the batter, the second baseman, Jason Hernandez.
Manzanino, nice.
Will indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down.
The batter, the shortstop,
Stepping in,
Francisco Lindor.
Took too long on the transfer from the left to throw him.
No runs, 4 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland.
It was a
so
decent
far.
pop-up time there, but not a good snap
Half
altogether.
swing here, but he
I got the
pretty
count,
clearly
1 and 2.
went around, and it's 1 and 2 now. Swing and a miss, and
Boy,
they'll
Lance
dodge
Lynn.
a major bullet that time. 2 away. And that'll bring
The
in
right
Fernando
fielder,
Reyes.
number 32.
Gotta go for this big basket.
Run
though.
here.
From second with a base hit into the outfield.
Reyes.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back.
Good
You're not going to
ball,
see
shit.
very many
Great
pitches
curveball.
like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back.
And we'll
Nice.
have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will
Love
retire
that
the
for
side.
Lance Lynn.
Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Seventh inning ready to roll,
Leading off for
and
the
that'll
Rays,
bring up the catcher, Mike
catcher.
Zunino.
Mike Zunino.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a
Come on,
high
ball.
drive
Nah,
into
it's not
left
gonna
center
get out.
field.
No,
Center
that's my
fielder
ball.
going back.
Oh, it got over the tall wall.
Gone to lead off the inning.
And a boy Zanino. Just coming through every now and again with a home run.
You
Nothing
don't see this
extraordinary,
very
but
often on
definitely
this starting
huge.
pitcher. This guy's
Same
not used
time.
to giving up some bombs, so I'm sure that'll be a wake-up call. He'll start throwing some better pitches.
Now batting, the center
Here's
fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field.
Zanino and Kiermaier go back-to-back to lead off the inning. 3-0 in Game 3. Hell yes.
We've seen these guys go deep 3 times.
And Shane
so far
Bieber
in
all of a
this
sudden
one,
not
guys.
looking too good.
You know, D-Row looks like a boy
He's done?
Your
like
attention,
long
please.
distance from the
Fuck.
batter's
Oh, it's
box.
Hunter
Now
Wood.
pitching for the Indians,
I thought that was the Adams.
number 44, Hunter Wood.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow
No, that's
pitch
ball.
to the mound.
Tito,
Looks
Terry
as though
Francona.
that's gonna
God, I
be
miss
all
him.
for his starter here tonight. He'll leave after 6, and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Hit on the ground is short. On the first,
You're out.
I think Francona would have been able to definitely lead the Red Sox to the
Now
title in
batting, left
2013 like John
fielder,
Stepping
Farrell
in,
did.
Austin
Austin Meadows.
Meadows.
Error allowed him to reach base
He
in
would
his
have done
last
well with the
appearance.
2018 team as well.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A
Ooh,
swing
just missed
and
that
a
one.
shot
I think he would have
down
done well with
the
the
corner.
2016 team. I
And
don't know
that's gonna wind
about
up
2017, but I think
hooking just a
2016 would have
bit
been a little bit
foul,
better
so
fit
missed
Francona
opportunity there.
instead of Farrell.
Nope.
And low, it's a ball and a strike.
I was shocked when Farrell came back for 2017. Pissed.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Scooped up, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, the right
so
fielder,
digging in now, Hunter
Hunter
Renfroe. He could really use
Renfroe.
a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And
Ball one, no
fastball
strike.
to start things out
Those
here.
2016
Not
and 17
close.
seasons were
Ball and no
weird
strikes.
because we were good. Like we won the East, but like
Bullet back up the middle.
we also weren't like
Naquin.
good. I don't know. It's weird. 2016 we had an incredible lineup. The 2016 Sox led the league in like every offensive category.
leading off for the
In
Indians,
this matchup, just
the
one
center
for
fielder,
9.
Tyler.
And then
Lifted the other
2017,
way
our
down the field
offense
line.
went
Meadows has
kind
it,
of
and there's
cold.
one away.
But
The
that's
left
when we picked
fielder,
up Chris
number
Sale, and I
24.
think maybe Chris Sale's
Come
got
and
the
go.
deal done
Ready
for
with the
us.
first pitch.
Dan
Here it
Anna.
comes.
Now
Starts
that I
him out
think
with
about
a
it.
cutter.
0
He
and
gets
1.
him to swing
If the offense
through with
wasn't
1 strike.
No, the offense was pretty damn bad. We went from like first in the league in 2016 and everything to like bottom of the barrel in 2017. Yet we still won the East.
On that
From
fastball,
what I
One ball,
recall, though,
2 strikes.
1-2.
in
I don't know what it is.
2016,
I don't know if it's his windup.
we
I don't know if
weren't
it's just flat stuff. But he's getting
necessarily
a lot of swings outside the
a
zone, and he's
big
having a
favorite. Like the East was still tough. Like you look at the wild card game that year, it was Orioles, Blue Jays. Like the East was a 3-team battle.
And there's strikeout number
Um,
11 in the ball.
And then in 2017, so like I don't remember when we actually won the
Now
division.
batting.
But then in
The designated
2017,
hitter.
it didn't come down to the last series. I don't believe. I don't know.
Exploiting that. That can be real hard for some
That's
guys.
ball
All I
two.
know is in 2017,
When teams
damn,
start figuring
in
out
2017,
what
like it was
locations
Sox
you
Yankees
just
again, and
can't
they finished
handle.
second.
We
We
may be
won the
down
East again.
2-0 after those first
We
two
just didn't
pitches in
feel
this
like a
AB,
90-game winning
those are
team
pitches
either
he
year.
can feel pretty good
Then
about.
2018
They
came
did
around and we
miss
just
by a
steamrolled
lot,
everyone.
so
Okay,
it's
Lansing,
not
come
like
on.
he's all
I need you
over
to
the
get one
place.
more out.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1.
I got lucky that he swung at that.
And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. They trail in this one 3-0.
Ladies and
Oliver
gentlemen,
Perez
your
summoned
attention,
from
please.
the bullpen as he'll do
Now
so to
pitching
start
for
the
the
eighth.
Indians, number 39, Oliver Perez.
Ready to begin the eighth.
Leading
and
off for the
standing
Rays,
in is the power
the
hitting
second
baseman. Brandon
Number
Lowe.
8,
Okay, does Oliver Perez fuck me up? Yeah, he does too. So it's Adam Cinder
First
and
pitch
Oliver
on
Perez.
its way.
Because Perez has that
There is a
wonky,
ground
like, little
ball now
pitch
for the
motion,
shortstop to the right
and
of
then Adam
second.
Cinder
Throw
Throw on
is
to
an Under
first in
Armour.
time, so the leadoff man is set down to open
With
up inning
solid
number
up next for Tampa Bay,
G-Man Choi.
the first
will
baseman,
stand in yet again as we
G-Man
flash you back to
Choi.
the middle innings. This was a turning point here, a solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. High fly
Damn.
ball out to straightaway
See, like, if it's not for his
Heading
fucking
after
weird
it as
pitch animation,
Lakewood.
or the fact that G-Man's not as good as lefties,
He
I
tracks
think
it
that pitch
down
would
and
be
makes the
gone.
play to record the second out.
I need to get my bullpen up and running. Shit. I did not think about that.
Now
I don't know
batting.
last night.
The plate
The
now for
designated
the Rays
hitter,
is the
Don't
DH,
want to
Jose
Jose Martinez.
either.
He's got a hit in
Martinez.
3 at-bats
these
to
two.
this point. He'll step out and
Time is
ask
out.
for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now.
It's like a very Gary Sheffield stance, but instead of going like forward and backwards, he goes up and down with his bat. A little bit slower.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field.
Damn it, I was hoping
Naquin
I'd drop.
is there, and he'll make the catch to retire.
Fuck. So now these guys
Leading
are
off the
half
inning,
ready. And
Carlos
Leading
now
off
is it.
for the
They'll
Indians,
look to get something going
the
here
first
and even
baseman.
this game up.
Carlos Santana.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Your
Jose
attention, please.
Alvarado is on to
Now
pitch out
pitching
of
for the
bullpen in
Rays.
the bottom half of the eighth.
Number
Oh, let's go.
46,
4-1.
Jose Alvarado.
Santana
Ball
in
match
front
outside.
Yeah,
with
you
a
gotta
2-0
find the zone,
count.
Jose.
Talk about certain guys in the
Ball.
lineup that you want
This
to
is why you're not my.
be
That's a
careful with.
strike, but this is why
guy
you're not
right
my
here is one
closer
of those,
because you can't
and
find
can
the
tell
zone a
he's
lot of the
pitching
time.
awfully cautiously.
You get bailed out by
Late
shots.
ball.
I mean, that's a
there.
great
Breaking
pitch
ball
at
must
the
have
same
been looking
time.
for
But
something else.
We got 3 and 2.
Bailed him out with a swing 3-2 now.
Someone on this offense needs to take it upon themselves to have a
Good
quality
job,
AB and start the
Jose.
line
Good
moving
bounce back.
again.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Carlos
Now
Santana
batting,
becomes
the
the first
catcher,
out in the bottom of the eighth inning.
Roberto Perez.
Standing in now, Roberto Perez. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one
got the count.
cross.
0
You
and
do
2.
not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
And he strikes him out
Nice.
as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to
Gotta
the
get those
first
Ks.
2 men he faces
Those Ks
out of
up.
the bullpen. Now here it comes.
Up next for
No
Cleveland,
problems for him on
the
the
third
mound since he's
baseman,
come out of the pen to start this
Jose
inning.
And we'll have to leave it
Ramirez.
there as the play is made.
Your
Brad
attention,
again
please.
enters from the pen
Now
to
pitching
start
for
the
the
ninth
lefty
inning
today.
as he'll try to keep the score
Number
right where it
33,
is heading to the bottom of the
Brad
ninth.
Hand.
From the stretch. This one's down to
Damn,
third.
dude. I gotta stop first pitch
Throw
swinging
on to
so
first
much.
body out, and that is
Especially
how the
without
ninth
a
inning
new
gets
arm. Like out of the
underway.
bullpen, I'm always first pitch ground out.
The
Every
batter,
single time. It's one thing
Here
if I
comes
first pitch
Martinez.
swing,
Mike
but like first pitch swinging when they bring in a new guy from the bullpen is always going to be a ground out. Always. Absolutely always.
First pitch of the
in this game.
at-bat on its way. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty.
My
one
problem
man.
is, for the most part, if I see a pitch that's going to be in the strike zone, I'm going to swing at it.
A ball and a strike to Mike Zunino.
I don't like taking pitches that are going to be called strikes.
high in the air out
But
to
then you
center
also get
field.
pitches like that, and I'm like, oh, that's
Naquin's
definitely a good
under it.
pitch to hit. But then it just turns out to be nope.
2 down.
Now batting, the center
Standing in,
fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier
Kevin
went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. And
Damn
he
it.
popped him up. Lindor moving to his left, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Rays, but they lead it 3-0. Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off
Leading
here
off
in the ninth.
for the
This
Indians,
guy's in danger of falling
second
into a
baseman,
very difficult to
Cesar
escape 3-0 deficit.
Hernandez.
Oh, I thought I was looking at something different. Okay. Nick
Ladies and
Anderson
gentlemen,
time.
Comes
Your
on looking
attention,
for a
please.
save here in the bottom
Now
of the
pitching
ninth
for
inning.
the Rays,
And he throws the
number
fastball line
70,
here, 0-1.
Nick
Anderson is known in
Anderson.
part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty D.
No,
I call a guy like
inside.
this
That
troubleshooter.
curveball
Guys
more
that
over
you
the
can
plate,
bring into
like
a game with
here.
runners in scoring position. They don't
Yeah, so
panic.
that's
They
beautiful
keep the
fucking
game
curveball
at
there.
a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
now batting,
Racks up the
shortstop,
swinging strikeout on the
Francisco
breaking. Cesar Hernandez
Lindor.
is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And it's 1-1.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Diaz is there, and there
I'm
are
scared,
2
so it's
men
against the
gone
shift.
now.
2 outs though.
the right fielder,
looking
number
for him, though,
32,
Ready with the
Front
first
field.
pitch.
Out of the woods.
Fastball
Reyes.
taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Drilled to the left side. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground
Now
ball.
batting,
That's
center
exactly
fielder,
what happened right
Tyler Naquin.
0-1.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Reyes is off first with 2 away. Grounded up the first baseline. Last strike now for Cleveland. Swing
Nice, there's
and a
that good
miss. He
curveball.
struck
And that
him
curveball's
out,
on.
and
It's
that'll
one of
do
those-
it here as the
It's such a
ball
good
game
pitch
is
out of
over.
Nick Anderson.
Yeah, and let me put it to you this way. The number of MLB teams that have ever come back to win a 7-game series after being down 3-0 can be counted on one finger. So, don't crown the other guys yet, but I mean, good luck with this one.
Well, I, for one, am not ready for this series to be over, and I don't expect they are either. So I look for them to fight back in Game 4. They've shown they can battle back throughout the entire season so far.
Alright. Ooh, wow. How about this? Diamond unlockable and a high diamond choice. Cool. Game 4, ALCS. What's the score? And we're up 1-0, and Cubs are up 3-2 in the series over the Dodgers.
Let's go down to the field for a report. Heidi, what did the players share with you heading into this contest?
Matt, although they find themselves one win away from sweeping the LCS and punching their ticket to the Fall
Leading off for
Classic,
the Rays,
they're not taking anything
the
for
left
granted
fielder,
coming into what they
Austin
expect to be a tough fight in
Meadows.
Game 4. When
Oh,
asked how it felt to be
I
up
didn't think
3-0,
that slider was going to
one
break as
player
far
told
inside.
me, last I checked, it takes 4 wins to advance, not 3. It feels good, but it doesn't mean much yet. Let's talk again when we
Now
get
batting,
one more win.
right
Hunter
fielder,
Renfroe has sucked
Hunter
in October so
So
far.
here's the cleanup hitter, Hunter Renfroe. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped
Really
foul.
need him to turn it around.
1 run, 5 hits.
Right now his average is
No errors
143.
for Tampa Bay so far.
He's a cleanup hitter.
Fouled off.
And when you get a slider up there, come on, dude. That's got to be over the fence.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays
I got to
off
count
that
1 and
time,
2.
and it's 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting
Oh, that's
fastball
out.
middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Carrasco's pitch count's getting up there. That's good.
The 2-2.
3-2.
And this at bat is
Wow,
certainly helping.
from 0-2 to 3-2 in that last
7 pitch
pitch
at bat,
on
1-2 to 3-2.
Wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
That should have been
Swinging a
gone.
Screamer,
Are you
but this
fucking
one's
kidding
not
me,
gonna
dude?
stay fair.
A slider
4
right
foul
down the
balls in
damn
this
middle of the
AB.
plate.
Pitcher cannot
85 miles
find
an hour.
anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Now a slider
Nice
with his
walk,
down and in
Renfroe.
for
Wow.
ball
Hey,
4.
that's better than anything else you've really done this postseason other than that
Riding
walk-off
in,
shot.
Brandon Lau. He'll
Now
look to
batting,
bounce back after
number 8.
striking out his last time up.
I'm happy with that.
First pitch coming, here it is. Bouncer
Through that
up
hole.
and that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Hey,
Okay.
after starting the game 0-2 with 2 punch-outs,
The batter,
that single had
the first baseman,
Nice
G-Man Choi all of a
G-Man
sudden looks like he's going to be
Choi.
LCS MVP.
G-Man Choi, the next to hit. Pulled toward
I
right
thought for sure it
center
would
field.
have been Brandon Lau.
Naquin's on his horse. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third.
Fuck, I thought for sure the
Got
third
him,
player tried to get the lead
out
runner.
at second, it's
I'm
a
a fucking
double
idiot.
play, and just like that, the inning is over.
Okay, who's pitching? Yanni Chirinos
leading off
is
for
on
the
line.
Indians,
First delivery to
the
him on
second
the
Charlie
way.
Morton's my number 4 guy.
Cesar
Line
Hernandez.
drive base hit.
Hey, so far it's been easy.
I think I put him
for
as my
this
4th
pitcher.
guy.
He's gone through this
Now batting,
lineup almost
the
unscathed.
shortstop,
But right
Francisco
there, leadoff single, middle part of the game.
Lindor.
Let's see if he makes an adjustment before they do. Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board
Out.
right now. Leadoff man
Tough
has
turn, but a
his
great
shot.
turn.
Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
On to first, a double play.
The batter, the right fielder,
Comes set.
Randy
There's the 0-0 pitch.
Reyes.
Center to start him out, thought he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Ball chopped foul right at home plate. and that
Allergies have been
evens the count
getting
at 1-1.
bad lately, at least during the day.
Fouled
Not so
away.
bad at night anymore.
Neither guy willing
Random
to give
spurts
in,
of
and
the
the
day,
at-bat
yeah.
will continue. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the
2
ballgame
balls,
for
2
Cleveland so
strikes.
far. Their count now at 2-2.
We're gonna get him.
Swing and a
Nice.
miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Indians fail to score. They're down 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. And up
Leading
next
off
will be
the
the
Rays,
right-handed hitting
the
Jose
designated hitter.
Martinez.
Jose Martinez.
Come on, Jose. Start off this inning hot.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line to the right side. But
Yeah, if that
that's a
stayed fair, that
foul
would've been
ball.
awesome. Plus, Carrasco's back out for the 7th. He's been pitching well other than that 1 run. 6 hits is a little bit up there in that. One walk. 9 strikeouts ain't bad. Pitch counts up there.
0-2 the count to
Good
Jose
pitch.
Martinez.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
They might have been looking to find
The
that
count
outside
is 1
corner,
and
but
2.
he couldn't
We want
quite get
LCS
it there.
MVP is going to be
1 and
G-Man
2.
Choi, Brandon
Action
out to
going on
Jose
now in the
Martinez,
Indians'
probably 3.
bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose.
That's
Too
ball
much
2.
bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Good hit.
That's in for a base hit, making a 1 for 3 games so far. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter
No,
is
it's
aboard.
Now batting.
I'd say
third
Yandy
baseman.
Diaz is 0 for 13 in this series. Let me take a double check on that one. Damn, dude, 0 for 13 in this series. That's terrible.
Hey, this guy's
Yandy
having a big series in the
Diaz.
postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was hoping that was
Monster
taken.
right here.
It looked like it was
Having
going to fall either way.
Series.
Yeah,
Any
Carrasco's
big
in
leaguer
yellow
can
now.
have their
I'm surprised
moment
Tito's sticking
mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
1 and 1.
Fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
No,
2
that's
balls
ball.
and a strike. Martinez aboard here at first with nobody out. And
Ball,
he misses
inside.
again, ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1 pitch. Here's a little chopper
like
up
that.
the middle. Knee high, he barehands it. There's
Take it
one.
out.
I'm surprised they got the out at
This
second
in his
on that.
pocket in his attempt with just the 1 out.
Up next for Tampa
So
Bay.
here's Mike Zunino.
The catcher.
1 for 2.
Mike
He singled and struck out in 2
Zunino.
trips. First offering on its way. Here's a little chopper up the middle. He's got it. Hernandez at
That's
second.
an out.
Almost
Throw to
identical to the
Santana,
last play, but this time they get the double play.
and
Ladies
that's
and
how the
gentlemen,
side is
I knew that would
restarted.
happen because I
For the
started warming up
traditional
arms, so instead
double
of doing
pivot
two at bats,
stretch.
just get them warmed up. I only
We'll
get
move
one.
on now to the bottom half of the
Fucking
7th.
dumb.
Get up and stretch. It's the
It's
Rays
fine, though.
1
I know what I
and
want
the
for the
Indians
7th inning
nothing.
here.
Leading off for the Indians,
Sends
the
that one
center
out of
fielder,
play for strike 1.
Tyler
0-1
Naquin.
count after pitch.
Ball.
That misses downstairs for a ball 1-1.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch.
That's a
If you
ball.
can hit the outside corner of that pitch,
2
it's
balls,
unhittable.
1
2
strike.
balls and a strike now.
Hang on.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. On its way is pitch number 75. And he popped him up. Diaz in foul
Took a weird
ground,
left turn
but
before he
this
went
will
back to
land
that ball.
untouched. 3-2 to the Indians center field.
Wow, are you
Hey, throwing
kidding
the ball
me?
great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk.
3.
Needs to
There we
just
go.
focus in on his mechanics right here.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now
The left fielder, number 24.
Bailed out on
Come
the
and
previous
go.
pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he
Santana.
goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him.
G-Man, what a
Oh,
knockdown.
can't hang on.
G-Man Choi.
First for route number 2.
ALCS MVP G-Man Choi.
Next
Coming
for
to the
Cleveland,
plate now,
the
Oscar
designated
Mercado.
hitter,
It was a flyout
Oscar.
for him in his last trip.
Mercado.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, and a good tight
No ball,
slider
two
there. He's
strikes.
in command, 0-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches.
He's
And
out.
the throw to
Nice.
first is there. The inning is over.
Your
Oliver
attention,
Perez
please.
been summoned from
Now
the
pitching
bullpen
for
as
the
he'll do
Indians.
so to start
Perez.
the 8th.
Number 39.
That's a lefty. Good
Oliver.
part to shoot,
Standing
though.
in Kevin
None
Kiermaier.
of them
Perez.
are too
Matchup
good
numbers
against
with
lefties.
Oliver
I mean, Meadows is
Perez.
good. Don't get me
He's
wrong,
hit
but
with
he's better
some
than
free
Troy.
at-bats. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reyes is underneath this one. And very quickly, one gone.
Now batting.
So
The
next to the
shortstop,
plate for Tampa Bay,
Willie
Adames.
Adames.
He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First offering on its way. Check swing called
Something about his
strike,
delivery is
0-1.
so fucking
Perez
weird to me.
has seen his
The way the
role
ball comes out of
change
his
with
hand.
those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Now a
Look out,
fastball
1-1.
here, not close, and it's 1-1
It looks like he
now.
has a weird little like frame skip or pause every time it comes out of his hand. If you ever play me online, just use Oliver Perez, you'll win. So I
Here's
don't
the
get any
pitch.
offense off him.
Hit out towards second. Reined in.
Because on top of all that, he
On
also
first.
has a
He's out.
sinker.
Good start to the inning
As if
for
he wasn't
Perez,
already
two
like
away.
the bane of my existence.
Up next for Tampa Bay. The left
Into
fielder.
the box,
Austin
Austin Meadows. He's
Meadows.
hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch.
Counts 1-0.
Nah, take that. Take one for the team.
Swing and a line drive.
Like, I can't get my timing
But
down on
just
half
fouls
these
as he
pitchers.
just misses extra
I
bases.
would have crushed that any other
He's got that
time.
certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
This is hit the other way out toward left field.
Get over his head. Get over his head.
Left
Damn
fielder
it.
is on the move. He gets there to make the
Okay, I'm
bottom of the inning now.
Giles here.
Here comes
Leading
the
off
first
for the
baseman,
Indians.
Carlos Santana.
The first baseman.
Giles.
Oh, Nick Anderson.
On the
Carlos.
pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the inning.
Santana.
Ball,
And
that's
this
low.
is low, ball 1. Giles, once a Toronto Blue Jay, he came here by way of trade earlier
1-1.
this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's
Ball
as
2.
advertised for this ball club right now. I think
Count
the
is 2-1.
managers are getting exactly what they expected.
I got the
2-2.
count 2-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to
Aye.
catch it out front
Nice
before it
strikeout.
even breaks.
One thing
and
that
even if you
randomly
do
just
that,
occurred to me is when
it's
did
a tough
Gagne
pitch to keep
retire?
fair.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball.
When, like,
The
when did he
catcher,
retire?
number
What was his
55.
last
Went
team?
for the first out in the
Roberto.
bottom
I
of the
really don't
inning.
remember anything he did after
Perez.
his bad stint with the Red Sox in 2017. Milwaukee. Yeah. It's weird. Eric Gagne was dominant for the Dodgers from 2002 to, really 2005, because in 2006 he got hurt. He pitched 2 innings. But then in 2007 he came back with Texas and it was great for them. And then he comes over to Boston. It was terrible for us. And he goes to Milwaukee and somehow managed to do even worse. Well, he was terrible overall in Milwaukee. I don't know if it was worse or not. I mean, hell, he won the Cy Young in 2003. He did get a ring in 07, though, at least. Good for him. 3-time All-Star, 2-time NL relief man. Oh, in 2010, the Dodgers signed him to a free agent contract. Los Angeles Dodgers signed free agent right-handed pitcher Eric Gagne to a minor league contract and invited him to spring training. And then in March of 2010, so a month to the day after getting signed, the Dodgers released Eric Gagne. It's weird that he basically retired in 08, took all of 09 off, got signed in 2010. Well, he probably didn't get signed in 2009 like nobody wanted him. Dodgers gave him a shot because of what he did in the past, most likely, and then they said no.
And he falls behind 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well to make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Up next for Cleveland, the
And
third
he's
baseman,
fouled away.
Oh
Jose
shit.
Ramirez.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1 down the first baseline. But this will get foul for strike 2. Another one sent foul. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order.
9-10 pitches, no less.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the
score right where it is,
number
to the bottom of the ninth.
Renfroe at least got a good walk his last time up.
Mason.
Oh, if that stayed fair.
Field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball.
A long one at that.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Set to deliver on 0-2.
Ball
Here
one.
it comes. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
The 1-2.
That one's going to stay fair.
Deep drive to left. Left fielder looking up. Onto the home run porch and gone.
He's not doing too well, but he's getting home runs at least. He's got 2 of the
Bullpen
series,
is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning.
including a
They're going to
walk-off
be able
shot.
to throw a lot freer if they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are
Now
always
batting.
huge.
Number 8.
Stepping in now, Brendan Lau. As he rips it on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Now at the plate,
Ji-Man
Choi.
Choi.
1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First pitch of the at-bat.
That's a ball.
Good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. The 1-1 home. Lifted
Damn.
the other way to
I
left
wasn't entirely
center.
focused. If I pulled that ball, it's gone. If I try to get out in front a little bit.
Santana will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the
Now
second out
batting.
of the inning.
The designated hitter, Jose
Digging in once again, Jose Martinez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Line towards
Damn,
center
dude.
field.
Martinez has just made great
Make
contact
one.
all
Get there, and he
postseason.
puts it away
Sometimes he
to
doesn't
retire.
find the green, though.
Now at the
All right, Nick
plate,
Anderson,
Cesar
time to put
Hernandez.
their season in the
He'll be
ground.
first
Leading
at bat
off
here in
for the
inning.
Indians,
These guys in need of some
the second
ninth-inning
baseman,
magic if they're going to
Cesar
force a game 5.
Hernandez.
1-0 the count.
Ball.
A
That's
good
down.
pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. 2 balls and a strike to
I got
Cesar
2 on the
Hernandez.
count.
This offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Swing
Nice.
and a miss. That'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Now batting,
Here's the
shortstop,
first pitch.
Francisco Lindor.
The 0-1. Fooled with the curveball there.
Oh,
And it's
2.
strike 2.
Late swing on that curveball right there to run the count 0-2. Don't think he recognized that one
Nice.
too well.
Huge strikeout
Got
on
him
Lindor.
swinging on the
Back-to-back
fastball
Ks.
there.
Got to go to the big
Francisco
dog on this
Now
Lindor
one.
batting,
goes
right
down,
fielder.
and they've got only
Ron
one
Beer.
out left to work with. A
Right
diving
hand.
effort here as he gets
Oh!
and the recovery will not be in
It
time
was a
at
beautiful
first.
play down
And
the
it'll
series.
Now
be
batting,
following
center
the
fielder,
infield single.
Tyler
Sharply on the ground.
Naquin.
That'll do it.
The Rays
For the
have
second
done
time in
it.
franchise
They're
history,
headed
the Tampa
back
Bay
to the
Rays have
World
won the pennant.
Series.
Well, congratulations to them as they're now the American League champs. They're going to celebrate tonight, and then they're going to have to refocus for a run at the ultimate prize, the World Series trophy. Can't wait.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Look at the numbers. This is what you want from your starting pitcher. He gave them 7 strong innings and sets things up perfectly for the bullpen to seal the deal. Very good job out there.
So the Rays have just swept their way to a league championship and will be headed to the World Series.
Matt, the domination we saw from this team in this series should put their opponents on notice. But for them now, it's back to 0-0. A new series awaits, and they've got to come up with 4 more wins to win the whole thing.
And on the losing end of this one, what about the Indians?
It's a shame because they were so good all season long up until this point. But let's be honest, they laid an egg.
They were
in
going
this
to the World
series,
Series. Who we
and that's
facing?
gonna
Cubs
make
or
for a
Dodgers?
long off season. I do, however, feel like this team's going to rebound and be back in the mix again next year.
Who's the Cubs? Okay. So, also against the Cubs, they won it in 6. We were first in batting, pitching, and fielding. They were 10th in batting, 11th in pitching, 10th in fielding. So, this will be interesting because I have the first pitching against their 10th batting. So it's like I definitely have the pitching to stifle their bats. They have the 11th best pitching, so it's like, are they really going to be good enough to stifle my offense? Time will tell. Game 1 of the World Series, Cubs-Rays. We're up 1-0 in game 1. Blake Snell's on the mound. Kyle Schwarber's at bat. Top of the 5th, base empties, nobody out.
So let's check in with our field reporter Heidi Watney, who spoke earlier with some players from both sides about what it means for them to be playing in the World Series. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. As you might expect, these guys were beyond excited to get this World Series underway when I talked to them earlier.
On June 14th, so on this day in 1974, Nolan Ryan, as a member of the California Angels, struck out 19 Red Sox batters over a 13-inning 235 pitch outing, which is already unheard of as it is, but also the fact that back then he wasn't some soft tossing knuckleballer either. We're talking about a guy whose changeup at the time was most guys' fastball. Okay.
They absolutely dominated on their way here by sweeping the LCS in 4 games, and that has them feeling ultra confident about their chances in this Fall Classic. However, a number of the players acknowledge that the guys in the
Leading
other
off for the
dugout
Cubs,
are going to be just as hungry
the
for
left
a world
fielder,
championship,
Kyle
so they know they are going to
Schwarber.
be tested every step of the way in this series.
Good up, Heidi.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
That's a ball.
Guys, the Rays have made it to the World Series for just the 2nd time in franchise history. What a great run for this franchise that perennially has to deal with the game's Goliaths.
That's it.
1-1. 1-2. That's a ball.
If the Indians didn't run into this monster team, they would have had a rematch of the 2016 World Series,
And
which I think for sure the Cubs would have won this time.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch.
The
It
center
wasn't
fielder,
even
number
in the
8,
strike zone, but with
Ian
the hitter protecting
Happ.
the 2 strikes,
0-1.
that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Swing
1
and
ball,
misses. He
2
pulled
strikes.
the string on him. 1-2.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive.
Snell's
and get
dealing.
something going for
Trop
his
is
team.
packed to
They're getting
capacity,
shut out
I'd
in the
imagine,
fifth
for a
inning,
World
but
Series
that's
game.
exactly why they're getting shut
The
out.
first
You
baseman,
need to
number
keyhole
44.
and stay on the
And can you imagine if it
Cassidy.
wasn't, though? Like, if they had regular Tropicana attendance,
No
you're still
balls
looking
and
like,
a strike to
I
count.
don't know, 6,000-7,000 people tops for a World Series game.
Oh, he had him
That'd be
fooled there.
nuts.
No
No
ball.
balls and
Deep
2
strike.
strikes.
Shit, I meant to throw a curveball.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here.
Because we still struck out the side in order anyways.
Side, and that will do it. 3 up. Set now for the bottom of the 5th.
And leading
next
up
to bat
for
will
the
be
Rays,
outfielder, Hunter
The
Renfroe.
right fielder,
Ready with
Hunter
the first pitch. Here it comes.
Renfroe.
Too much bite on the breaking ball that
One
time
ball,
as it's well
no
off
strike.
the outside. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose.
That's a ball.
Ball 2 as the slider
2
dips
balls,
below
no
the
strike.
zone.
Pitch count is getting up there a little bit. 81 already here to start the 5th.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
2-1.
I pretty much just have to keyhole with Renfroe at this point.
Even
Otherwise, I'd do
2-2
that.
count to
2-2.
Hunter Renfroe.
What
Way
I
too
love
out in
right
front
there
on
is
a
just
pitch
the
out of the zone
freedom
anyways.
in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
And he
I'm
struck
so
him
bad with
out.
Renfroe
The
for some
10th
reason.
victim set down on strikes thus far. Coming
Now
to the
batting.
plate now.
Number 8.
He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. A dive and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads
Up
up
next for
play.
Tampa Bay, the first baseman,
Stepping into the
G-Man
box,
Choi.
G-Man Choi. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Fuck.
Rizzo was there, and he'll
Great
step on the
pitches
bat
to
himself,
hit, and I
the
just can't do
inning is-
shit with them.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward. He'll start things out in the 6th for a
Leading
lineup
off for the
that
Cubs,
really hasn't found
the right
its
fielder.
groove in this one.
Jason
Yeah, only 2 hits so
Hayward.
far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some
0-2.
adjustments.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
Ball.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's
1-2.
1-2. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try
Up
to be
next for the
aggressive on
Cubs,
this guy, but he's
the
taking
second
full
baseman,
advantage of that.
Daniel
He's pounding the zone with strikes,
Descalso.
and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Fastball
No ball,
is swung out
1
and
strike.
missed. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Oh, and that
0-2.
is right down the middle for strike 2. Descalso
Oh.
behind 1-2. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw
Good
on
shit.
to
You're
first, 2 gone.
the batter, number 9,
First
shortstop,
delivery to him on the
Javier
way.
Baez.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness
Good
again.
shit, G-Man.
Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order.
Oh,
They
fuck,
still
I'm definitely
trail
have to go reach my air
1-0.
conditioning remote. Oh, God. That fucking hurt.
Bottom of the 6th inning now.
How many hits do we have? Only
Leading
five.
off for the Rays,
designated hitter.
the
Jose
designated
Martinez.
hitter, Jose
First pitch of the
Martinez.
at-bat. Line drive to center
We
field.
get 5,
That
Martinez.
gets
Way to
down,
go.
and he's got himself a base
That's what I mean.
hit.
Just get good,
So the leadoff
getting
man
good
reaches
contact
in
left
their
and
half
right.
of the 6th.
I'm gonna have to take my sweatpants
Hey,
off,
some
slip back
guys
over the
can
shorts.
handle
It's
the
getting warmer out
postseason
tonight.
lights.
Third
This is
baseman, number
obviously one of
2,
them. Another
Yandy
base hit. Leading off with the boys.
Diaz.
This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low 1-0.
1-0.
Head-to-head
I feel like so
numbers
far,
would be
my
better.
offense has been a tale of two,
2 for 6.
like, you know, you're either on one end of the spectrum or the other.
Lifted into center field.
Like, guys are either doing terrible or
Now
doing
is
great.
there, and he has it for
I
the
don't really have
first
anyone
down.
that's just doing okay. I mean, I do have a few that are doing okay, but it seems like it's mostly terrible and great.
Ready
The
for another
batter,
chance.
the
Mike
catcher,
Zunino. He
Mike
singled his last time up.
Yeah, and he's got to feel super
Zunino.
confident right now. He's the only real offense in this game. Guys on the mound have been executing every pitch.
Left fielder is on the move.
Talk about a
He
high
gets
ball.
there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
And now time is called for and granted by home plate umpire Clyde Washington.
Like Clyde Washington, he has bad strike zone from what I
Pauses.
can
Here
remember.
comes the first pitch.
In game,
Line to the right
base
side.
hit, Kiermaier,
In there, a base hit.
keep the line moving.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Chase you, Darvish.
Standing
Right
in,
now.
number 1. Fourth trip to the plate
Damn it,
now,
or
and
just
he's
ground out.
hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his team needs him.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Rays strand a pair, but they're up 1-0. New inning set to get
Leading
underway.
off for the Cubs,
And standing in is
the
the
designated
DH,
hitter,
David Bodie.
David
This thing's far
Bodie.
from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Even though we're late into
98
this
on the
ball game,
velo, damn.
this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written
Rolling.
a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3
Up next
times
for the
he's gone
Cubs,
down on strikes
the
in
third
this
baseman,
one. So they've really
Chris
figured out how to
Bryant.
attack this guy.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of his name.
We don't unless
Strikeout number 11.
Blake Snell won the 2020 Cy Young and Chris Bryant
Up
won
next
the
for the
2020
Cubs,
Here comes the first pitch.
the catcher,
Otherwise, that's not the case.
Wilson
Bryant has won an
Contreras.
MVP award, and Snell has won a Cy Young award, but neither one is the reigning one.
Contreras in front,
Verlander
2
won the
balls and no
2019
strikes.
Cy Young award,
You never
which
want
I
to
don't
fall
think he
behind
deserved.
as a pitcher, but
And
doing it
then
to a guy like this is
2019
even
National
worse.
League
He's
MVP
got to bear
was
down and
Bellinger,
execute
which I don't think
for
he
the rest
deserved
of
either.
this at bat, starting right now.
I think it should have been Garrett
All even
Cole.
now, 2-2. No
and
runs, 2 hits,
Christian
1
Yelich.
error for the Cubs to this point. This
3
one
and 2.
misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
When you're playing
And a boy
And
Snell,
can't
dude,
believe it
killing
there
it.
as This is strike 3, and that will retire the side.
Ladies and gentlemen,
3
please
up, 3
join us
down
for the
Cubs.
traditional
They
7th
trailed
inning.
Kid is absolutely stud.
Ready to go for the
And
last half
leading
of
off
the inning.
for the Rays,
Standing in the
the left
outfield,
fielder,
Austin Meadows.
Austin Meadows.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hops this one up. Baez is under it. 1 out.
The batter, the
1
right
out now
fielder,
in the Tampa Bay
Hunter
7th, and that'll bring up
Renfroe.
outfielder Hunter Renfroe. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a swing
ball,
and a miss.
1
and the
strike.
pitch well off the plate. It's strike 1.
Like, the computer hasn't been good with Renfroe, and neither have I in the postseason.
Down and away, ball 1.
I've gotten
Bases
basically
are
2
empty,
lucky
1
home
man
runs. I'm
in.
surprised you Darvish is still pitching. Like, he's been pitching fine for the most part, but still. This high of a pitch count, not in the lead.
Ball.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
Hey, after those 2
He's in the
breaking
yellow.
balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now a drive by Renfroe. This is hit
And now
well
he just
out
gave
to
up a
left.
big bomb to Renfroe.
And gone.
That thing, his average is
An
going to be terrible, but
absolute bomb.
454-foot bomb at that. He's got 3 postseason home runs.
Hunter Renfroe leaves the yard with a solo shot.
He's probably got 4
His first
postseason
homer
hits.
here in the series as the Rays move in front now, 2-0.
Not every home run is exactly the same. That ball was absolutely destroyed.
That one almost counted in the second back. I think it's only happened a handful of times. I think
Now
maybe
batting,
Ramirez did that once in
number
Trop
8.
game.
So now to the plate, Brandon Lau. As he'll go after the first.
There you go,
pitch,
Lau.
and
Do your
line one
thing.
into
Lau's
right
been an extra
field for a
basic
base
machine
hit.
for me.
And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he'll pull into second with one
Yu Darvish
away.
is definitely done now after that double. Surprised he wasn't done after that
Take
home
a
run.
look at his
Now
numbers.
batting,
A couple
first
of things
baseman,
jump out at you.
Here's
G-Man
the thing
George.
from the pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys
they're
down
not
all
pulling him
game
still.
long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Catchman out there in center field is in
there,
second.
safe.
And
His
he'll
name
make
out,
it
his
up
name.
to third on the fly
The
ball
batter,
as he's in there
the
now with two
designated
away.
hitter, Jose
So a runner at third, 2 men
Martinez.
around. And up next will be the right-handed hitting Jose Martinez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
The guy in the
One
mound
ball,
is having
pitch number
one heck
100.
of a night, but the
Darvish,
downside
too.
of that, you're going to strike out a lot of guys. Your pitch count is going to be high, so this gives the offense
Get
some
down,
kind of
ball.
hope as this game-
And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
That'll be a base hit for
That'll bring
Martinez.
home run
3-0
number
lead.
three. It's now a 3-0.
Now he's definitely done.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI.
Now
right
batting,
there to stretch
the
this
third
lead.
baseman,
Takes a lot
Yandy
of pressure off your pitcher.
Diaz.
Part of the inning.
Your
Yeah,
attention,
no
please.
doubt, as an offense, all
Now
you're trying
pitching
to do
for
is
the
put your
Chicago
pitchers in
Cubs,
positions to be
number
successful.
30,
Giving them that
Alec
three-run push has to make it
Mills.
Alec Mills takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. That's popped up.
Come
Hayward
on,
coming
drop.
on.
Yes.
Can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Good job taking the
Won't
extra
get him.
base.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading
Now
up,
batting,
kicks,
catcher,
toe taps,
Mike
dropping the hands, trying to create launch
Zunino.
angles that Peter usually gets by.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he
Ooh.
fouls this one off.
If I pull that ball, it's gone. If I swung high enough, too.
A ball and a strike by Zunino. There's a swing and a missile
No
sent
way.
out to center
Not dead
field.
center.
Center fielder looking up. Still going.
3-run
back.
homer, Mike
Off
Zunino.
the batter's eye for a home
Holy
run.
moly.
An impressive shot to dead center
Zunino
field.
wants World Series MVP, does he?
So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer so far in the series. As they pile on, it's now
3-run shot in
6-0.
game 1 to make it 6-0. Definitely puts you in the running.
Now batting, center
Here's Kevin
fielder,
Kiermaier.
Kevin
And he'll be back
Kiermaier.
off first pitch.
Absolutely
Comes
fully
up
made
empty.
curveball.
It's strike one. Grounded short. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first.
Blown it
saves
open
an error.
though. We started the inning down or up 1-0. Now we're up 6-0.
Ready to begin the eighth.
Now you're gonna see the
And
6th
next
now.
will be
Leading off
the
for
I mean the
left-handed
8th.
power threat,
The left
Kyle
fielders,
Schwarber.
Kyle
Good fastball as he
Schwarber.
gets the swing and a miss.
Both
In
of these
today's
guys
game,
down.
with velocity and exploding
Chaz
breaking
Rowan,
stuff,
Colin
you
Poche.
have to find a way to control the strike zone as a unit. They haven't been able to do that today, swinging at way too many pitches outside the zone.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's
What
a
the hell
base
was that
hit.
throw?
So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the eighth. Well, after
Let me check something quick. Thought so.
and that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Fouled off. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Swing and a miss on
No
the
ball.
slider. And he's
Strike.
quickly behind 0-2.
Got to believe the pitch.
A dive and he knocks
Great
it down.
knockdown, but
And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored
The
as
first
infield
baseman, number
singles.
44,
And that'll bring Anthony
Anthony
Rizzo to the plate. And his
Rizzo.
guys are
Come on, send him
looking
to
to
the plate.
erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've
kind of wish I
Now
had Diego
batting.
Castillo still.
but
The
they
right
haven't been able
fielder,
to string anything
Jason
together.
Hayward.
Whenever I go to Poche.
Boy, Dero,
Your
we're looking
attention,
at a
please.
big inning right
Now
here with
pitching
that
for the
single.
Rays,
Bases are
number
loaded,
38,
and no
He'll
runs
fly,
scored.
batter's
Fly.
eye.
He'll fly.
Yeah, that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to say. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and
Now
drive
batting,
in a guy
the
from third
second
base.
baseman,
Don't put pressure on
Daniel
yourself that you have to get
Descalso.
everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
Oh, right. Hold on. Wait. Oh.
So one gone here in the Chicago eighth, and that'll bring up the ever-versatile Daniel Descalso. Fouled away. 0-1, here's the pitch. Swing. And
Great
it's
call on the
0-2.
curve.
They obviously had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive. Thought he
Good
was
job with
getting
the
it
splitter
done.
to turn the double play and get out
Been made,
of
and
the
that
inning
retires the side.
unscathed.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go.
And leading
Stepping
up
is
for the Rays,
shortstop, Willie
the
Adames.
shortstop,
He's ready.
Willie
Here's the first offering.
Adames.
Bases loaded, nobody out.
This is
He's not back
ball one.
into it.
This right-handed pitcher, his bread and butter is that two-seamer, and he loves to throw it inside.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there and records the first out.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the left fielder, Austin Meadows.
Now to the plate, Austin Meadows. comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
He Meadows to wake the fuck up. He has not been him.
You're out. And there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Not been himself.
The right fielder, Hunter
So now it'll be
Renfroe.
Hunter Renfroe. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Weak grounder back to the mound.
My pitcher would never make that play, ever.
And
And it would roll so slowly after it hits the ground that the shortstop wouldn't have time to make the out.
Start the 9th in this one, and stepping in is the
Leading
veteran
off the
shortstop.
Oh, I sat Chazro down. Fuck.
Javier Baez.
He's got time.
I wanted Chazro to pitch this inning.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
He's only half ready, but fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Hoping to finish this
Now
one
pitching
off
for the
on top of the ninth.
Number
Rowe
52.
is known as a short
Chad
relief specialist, the guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th
Now
inning gets
batting,
underway.
the designated
Set
hitter,
and the pitch.
David
Here's a
Bodie.
cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Now
The
batting,
sombrero for Bodie.
the third baseman, Chris
That's the 4th
Ryan.
time he struck out in this game alone, and that's not something you'll forget very quickly. That's
Ooh,
about as
get
bad of a
fooled on
day
the
as you
slider.
could
I'm
have.
going right back to
Cubs are
damn
down
right.
to their final strike here. Now it's swinging a ground ball.
Shutout
This should
in
do it.
game 1.
Throw on
I got the pitching to stifle their bats, but they
Rain.
don't have the pitching to
Started
contend
this
with my
World
offense.
Series on the right foot. They're victorious here at home as this ball game is over. So first blood has been drawn in this
That's
World
nothing the
Series, and guys, what have we learned?
Well, in terms of what shape this series is going to take, that really rides on the Game 2 result. If they can do it again tomorrow and go up 2-0, they'll become heavy favorites to raise the trophy. But we could also be heading into Game 3 at a new venue, even at 1 apiece. So really, we'll know a lot more after Game 2.
Tied 1-1 in game 2. So Lance Lynn's starting game 2 this time around. It's weird that he didn't in the ALCS for whatever reason.
So the Rays talked to our own Heidi Watney before the game. Heidi, what's the state of this team headed into this upcoming Game 2?
Matt, there's no doubt they're riding high after coming out on top in Game 1, but that doesn't have these players or coaches feeling more at ease about this game or the rest of the series. Sure, it's nice to get the first of 4 wins out of the way, but many players told me they have to bring the same level of focus, intensity, and execution with them into Game 2, especially since their opponent is going to be even hungrier for a win here tonight.
And as the second baseman,
leading off for the
Jason
Cubs. The second baseman,
ready to
Jason
deliver. Here's the first
Gipnis.
pitch.
Ball 1.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Bounce it to the left side. And the throw on the first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield.
The batter,
One
number
away.
9,
Here's the
shortstop,
pitch.
Javier Baez.
This is on the ground over to first.
Oh,
But he
come
can't
on.
pick it up cleanly.
Now batting,
He's not going to steal
the
it.
designated hitter, David
Into the box, David
Bodie.
Bodie.
Nope, that's a ball.
That's a strike.
Fastball here as he'll take a
Ball
look.
1, no strike.
1-0. No hits to this point.
So if he wants to steal, he's going to take that extra step like he just did there.
Pitch out.
2 balls,
Nothing.
no strike.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Here's the 2-0. Grounded back up the middle. One there.
He's out.
Relay to first.
He's
Beautiful
Time.
double play
Just
then,
like
yeah.
that, this side is retired. Bottom of the inning now. And next will be the power
Leading off
hitting
for the
catcher,
Rays,
Mike Zunino.
the catcher,
First delivery
Mike
to him on the way. Hit back up the
Zunino.
middle.
My boy Zanino.
And that's a base hit.
Directly right back at the middle. Didn't hit anything or anyone, which is a big rarity for me.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights.
Now
and this is
batting,
obviously
center
one of them.
fielder.
I have to adjust myself so much
Kevin.
when I play the Cubs because their pitchers
Kiermaier.
get so slow. Darvish, Hendricks, and Lester all are not known for velocity but control and break.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, and he has some
Good
trouble
shit.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Willie Adames.
They're going to throw her first at least once.
Into the box now, Willie Adames. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. This will be run down out there in the alley. A good jump out
I'm
there
lucky
in
they didn't
center
throw a
that
second
time, and
there.
there's one away.
Now
Oh, Meadows
batting,
has a home run.
left fielder,
Hell yeah.
Austin
Went deep last time up.
Meadows.
There's the throw
He's
over.
good.
Like I said, at least
Gets
once.
back in safely.
Probably more than that, though, for being honest. There's another one.
No, he's in
There
there.
it goes.
No, the throw's behind him, and he can't knock it down.
And now they pay for it.
He is in there.
Hey!
That's a huge mistake to make in the World Series with the best hitter on my team up.
From the stretch. Now a
That's the
check
ball.
swing, but he holds up in time.
Count
Ball
1-0.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed
Shit.
and grind.
Hayward's
that's
got a
gonna
good
make him
arm.
Successful today.
Hayward gathers it in. Here comes the runner for the plate. He will score. Run breaks the
Sack
tie
fly
and
RBI
makes
after
this
the
a
error to make it a
2-1 ball
2-1
game.
lead.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Next to bat will be the
Hunter
Tampa Bay cleanup hitter.
Renfroe.
His matchup numbers with Hendricks. He's gone 3 for 11. He also has 1 home
That's
run.
not gone. He's
Hayward
jogging.
looks up.
Oh, it's gone!
See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Make him pay for the error even more. 2-run shot, Renfroe, his second of the series. Hunter Renfroe wants
Hunter
World Series
Renfroe with a
MVP
two-run shot.
despite
His second
struggling all
home run of the
postseason.
series. And Tampa Bay has taken a 4-1 lead.
the batter,
In now,
number
Brandon
8.
Blau.
I can tell you one thing.
I told
you
you, they
might get
don't have
away
the
with
pitching
throwing
to
the ball
contend
in
with
that
this
location
offense.
in the minor leagues.
But my
Oh,
pitching
and
can
we'll have to
certainly
leave it
handle
there.
their offense for the most part.
7th inning ready to roll. And on the bat
Leading
next,
off for the
former
Cubs,
National League MVP
the third
Chris
baseman.
Bryant.
All
Rhythm.
one's the
My
count.
double barrel
Right.
setup guys warmed up.
Now
And
here it
Flynn can
comes.
stay out for the 7th. Assuming
Takes
he
this
gets out of
the
the
other
inning.
way to right.
in
And
the
that's
scoring
a base
position
hit,
each.
so the pressure's on
So let
to
that one
open up
ride.
the inning.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a
Someone
base
hit the
hit. We
second
got to
one.
keep this line moving.
Hey.
We cannot stop. Nobody
Guerrero.
can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this team.
Well, maybe not if someone reaches second. Like if there was like a sacrifice here, but like a second hit
that's
or a
off the
walk.
Outside, it's
That's
1
what
and
it
2.
would be.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy
Oh,
they
yes,
want to
Lance
see
Lynn.
coming up now to get this inning going.
So we got him swinging. Wilson Contreras.
The first baseman,
down for
number
the first
44,
out in the 7th inning.
Anthony
And it's fouled
Rizzo.
away.
We're down in the
We're in
Cubs.
the 7th now. 4-1 our
Inside,
score
ball
this
1.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. A ball
Aye.
and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked the guy up with it.
And another foul ball. Another one sent foul. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
The
First
center
pitch
fielder,
on
number
its
8,
way.
Ian
0-1.
Behind that
Happ.
pitch, it's 0-1.
Can't waste getting the leadoff runner on in
And this is
this
why I traded for
situation.
Lance Lynn, too.
Someone's got to bear down and get a
Absolutely
big knock.
solidify my rotation as
On
a
the
top
count
tier
is
fastball
hitter.
1
by
and
him
2.
here, 1 and 2 now.
Even though we're
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen,
Lance Lynn, you're a beautiful bastard.
your
Jeremy
attention,
Jeffress
please.
gets the call from
Now
the pen
pitching
to take
for the
over on the
Cubs,
mound and start the home
number
7th.
24, Jeremy
Last half of the 7th
Jeffress.
here, and next to bat will be the first baseman,
That's inside.
Ji-Man Choi. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. It's played off
2
for ball
balls,
2.
no strike.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in his zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
2 balls and a strike to the Rays' first baseman. Now the 2-1.
Damn, those are good pitches.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there. The old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
The 2-2. And he fouls this one off.
These have been some good pitches. Other than that second pitch, these have all been insanely good pitches.
Swing here,
That
but
too.
the bat clearly breaks the plane as he set down for the first out.
Fucking working.
Striding forward
Up next
now
for
is
Tampa
the
Bay,
DH, Jose
the designated
Martinez.
hitter,
He's 0 for 2 thus
Jose
far in this one.
Martinez.
Hit hard
Get down,
towards
ball, get
center.
down.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 games so far.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer
Now
to as a
batting,
little bit of an
the third baseman,
heater gets
Yandy
turned around.
Yandy Diaz
Diaz.
hasn't gotten a hit since Vietnam.
And that will bring in Yandy Diaz. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field.
Oh
This
my
kicks right off of
god.
him.
And now the one time he does get a hit, he's
Throwing
gonna
to
get
second.
robbed because of
And
that
the throw to
bullshit.
second as they get to force out. So here's Mike Zunino.
Now batting,
Scored after reaching
the
a
catcher.
single in his
Fuck off.
last
Mike
time up.
Zunino.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a big
0-1
fastball,
count.
and he's well behind it with the swing. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Now this is on the ground for Baez. It's short. He's got it, and that
Got
will
him.
conclude matters here in the seventh.
Okay, what part of the
Digging in to try it again.
Leading off for the
Trevor
Cubs,
Hayward kept
It
his
was a
all
the
lefties.
flyout for him in his last
Kyle
start.
against righties.
Schwarber.
Jose Alvarado,
Your
this game's all
attention,
you.
please. Now pitching for the Rays,
With this guy's big
number
power,
46,
he's feeling pretty good at
Jose
the finish. Look for him to try and get out
Alvarado.
and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Jose Alvarado been summoned
that's
from the
it.
bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. 2-0 now. Rounded down the third baseline. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number
I don't
2.
know about that being a strike.
Hey, you want
I'll take
someone
it.
sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Fouled off. Hit down the third baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you
Okay, this is
can't
getting
get in
fucking
auto
annoying.
swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Lifted the other way out to left center.
Attaboy,
Meadows is
Meadows.
going to have room, however, as he makes the catch in deep left center field for the first out.
now batting,
From
the
the
right
stretch, here's
fielder.
the pitch.
Jason
Good
0-1.
fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Ready once
Now
again,
batting,
Jason
second
Kipnis.
baseman,
He was a ground out
Jason
victim last time up.
Gipnis.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Tried
1
to
and
get
1.
him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes
1 ball,
to
2 strikes to
Kipnis.
count.
One pitch away from wrapping up a very
Good
Got him
inning,
looking,
Alvarado.
and that'll
Good
do it.
inning.
The inning is over.
Ladies and
Brad
gentlemen,
Witt
your
on the pitch
attention,
out of the
please.
bullpen in the bottom
Now
half
pitching
of the
for
8th.
the Chicago Cubs, number
Ready
38,
to go for the last half of the inning. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Kevin Kiermaier. The 0-1 pitch. Heading out towards shallow right.
Drop, no.
Therefore, it is Hayward now, 1 away.
the batter, number 1, shortstop,
Riding into the box,
Willie
Adames.
Adames.
Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. In the air to straightaway right. On the move is Hayward. He gets there and makes the play for the
For once, I
second
wanted
out
to
of
take
the
the pitch the
inning.
other way, and I did, though. That was nice.
now batting, left fielder,
So stepping
Austin
in, Austin Meadows. Earned himself
Meadows.
an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And a called strike down in the zone, 0-1.
0-1's the
It
count.
looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Slapped hard.
That boy Meadows, that'll be a double.
Leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Now, but I think Austin Meadows and Hunter Renfroe might be waking up a little bit.
Up next for Tampa Bay,
This is a tough
the right
matchup,
fielder,
but he stays in
Hunter
there, keeps that front shoulder close, and just
Renfroe.
rips the pitch for a two-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
And that
1-0.
misses ball one. Meadows at second with two down. Hard hit toward the hole. And that'll
Yeah, Renfroe's going to be World Series
his
MVP.
outstretched arm a base hit. And the Cubs score from second to make this a 5-1 game now.
I mean, that had
The
to
batter,
feel good right there.
number
Dan.
8.
That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's
Waiting,
lead. They might
sit
have this
down,
one locked up.
warm up.
Well, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
To the plate now, Brandon Lau. Scooped up. Under the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Here's Javier Baez. He's the
Mound
one to
visit out
start off the
there.
Leading off
ninth
for the
inning
Cubs.
with his guys in
The
danger of
shortstop,
going down 2
Javier
games to
Save
none if
situation.
they
Baez.
can't rally.
Keep
Your
Nick
attention,
Anderson
please.
up and ready just
Now
in
pitching
case it
for the
becomes a
Rays.
save
This one off here in
situation.
the top
Number
of the ninth.
47,
Drake,
Oliver.
6'4"
Like it almost just did with
right-handed
that
Drake.
pitch.
was taken in the very late rounds during the 2008 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the
That's outside.
category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hats off.
I love switching up the speed of the
Swing
slide
and a
step.
miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we've seen some really
Now
good
batting,
pitching from these guys in
designated
this
hitter,
one. The bullpen has
David
looked sharp and have backed up
Bodie.
a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Standing in now, David Bodie. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Bases are empty. One man out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Again, another foul ball. Swung on in the dirt. Strike 3. Zunino gathers it. And the throw is made to record the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman,
Ready with the first pitch.
Chris
Here it comes.
Bryant.
And
0-1.
Swung on and missed 0-1. And this ball swung on and hit to center field. And this should do it. Catch is made, and the Rays have held serve here at home. They take games 1 and 2 of this series. As this
I
one
know
is
I
over.
had like a Super
So
Bowl
the
pen when I
Rays
played with
are
Milwaukee
halfway
because
to
I
a
called
World
up Corey
Series
Knable. I already had Josh
championship,
Hader. I
guys.
called up Corey Knable,
Yeah,
and then I
another
traded for
impressive
Adam
win puts
Ottavino
them up
and Kirby
2-0
Yates.
as this fall classic will shift
But I think
to a
this has
new
got to be the
venue
best
now.
bullpen I've played
They'll
with.
certainly
This is a
enjoy their
super
day of
fucking
rest
bullpen.
before they have to gear up again for game 3.
Yeah, now what can we say for the Cubbies?
Man, they're facing some long odds, having to win 4 of 5 now, Matty V. But if they could just grind out a win in Game 3, the math would start to look a little bit better. I look for them to gather themselves and to come out swinging in the next couple of days.
And 2-0 in game 3. Beautiful. Quintana's another guy who's, I don't know where his velocity stands, but I'm pretty sure. And Renfroe also has a home run already. Hunter Renfroe has 3 RBIs and 3 home runs in 3 games. And yeah, Hunter Renfroe is absolutely going to be World Series MVP. I guess he was just saving all of his postseason hitting for the World Series.
Let's go down to the field with Heidi Watney for a report on what she took away from her talks with the players. Heidi?
Matt, they've started strong in this World Series, jumping to a commanding 2-0 lead with the series.
So Hunter
now
Renfroe is definitely
shifting
World
to a
Series
new
MVP.
ballpark.
G-Man
When I
Choi was
asked
definitely
these
probably
players their
LCS
outlook
MVP.
on Game 3,
Cool.
they emphasized not underestimating their opponent. As one player put
Leading
it,
off for
"We've
Tampa
gotta be
Bay,
prepared for a
the right
counterpunch.
fielder,
Our opponents had
Hunter
a day to brew on games 1 and
Renfroe.
2, and I guarantee they're going to come out ready to
Yeah,
go
Quintana
tonight.
does a
We
fastball
gotta
at
stay
90.
aggressive and try to keep
So
them off
it's
balance.
at least 3
Throw to first
starters.
gets him, so
The third
leadoff
base-
man
4
is
starters,
retired
John
here
Lester
to
also.
begin the
Yandy.
But
sixth.
not that good of velocity.
Diaz.
They rely on, as this game would put
Skied
it,
into
the top
straightaway
finesse
right.
arm.
Hayward on the run.
Yandy Diaz, I don't think has gotten a hit since
He gets
World
there
War
and makes
II
a
now at
fine
this
running
point.
play for the second out.
Now batting,
So
the first
2 outs
baseman,
now in the Tampa Bay
Jose
sixth. And up next will be the
Martinez.
right-handed hitting Jose Martinez.
That was a
High fly
fucking
ball
hanging
out to
curveball.
straightaway center.
A power swing that it just felt like
And he'll
a
get there
terrible
in
swing in
plenty
general.
of time to put this one
And
away.
not good contact at all for some reason. Who's on the mound for me here? Ryan Yarbrough.
Ready. Here's the first offer.
leading off for
I've
the
had like a
Cubs,
different rotation each time.
the
Like everybody's
shortstop.
pitched at least
Hey, this
once,
is a
Javier.
except
hitter right here
for
as a pitcher.
Baez.
You like to keep
Charlie
this
Morton,
guy off the bases.
who hopefully will
This
pitch
guy to
game
kinda
4, but
set
probably
the
not
tables
considering how this
for
game
big
is.
innings.
2-0 now. Here's the pitch.
That's ball 3.
And then Glass now
Through the
hasn't
fifth,
been
Count
all
so-
3-0.
Looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Count is 3-1.
And the count will be full.
Good bounce back, come on.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And
Good
he
shit.
struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
The batter, number 13, second
David
baseman,
Bodie comes on
David.
with
I
one
hate when I
down
get a
here as
text
he
on
looks
Snapchat
for
Bodie.
and doesn't tell me the
strike
person's
one.
typing, so it just says that you received a Snapchat from so-and-so.
Right
So
side,
I'm thinking to
hit
myself,
hard.
oh, they sent me an actual Snapchat, not a
Dives, but
text.
he can't get a
Which I
glove
kind
on
of
it.
like
It's through
better,
for a
because
base
you can
hit.
see things or whatever. But now it's a text.
Hey, after starting a game 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, that's
Now batting, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
So a runner at first now with one away, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. From the stretch.
Nope. Counts 1-0. Ah! 1-1.
Bodie, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Can't keep the weight
Dangerous
back, and he
pitch.
falls behind 1 and 2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a
Ball.
long foul ball. Count
I got
even
to
at
count
2 and
2
2.
and 2.
And he struck
Push
him
it up
out.
with the slide step.
And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
Yarborough doing good right now.
First pitch
The
of
catcher,
at-bat
number
on its
40.
way.
Wilson.
Go for a leadoff, 7 4 5
John
6 7 8
Perez.
9. This will be Yarborough's last inning. Sit you down. Run you up. Sit you down. Run you up.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
The
And
count,
here's a
0-2.
swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count.
Yes.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires.
Way to go, Yarborough. 6 shutout innings. I'm happy with that.
Digging in and looking for more, Brendan Lau.
2 for 2 in this one with 2
seventh in what's been a
singles.
fast-moving
Number
pitcher's
8.
duel today.
Ball
And
one,
they'll
no
look at a
strike.
first pitch curveball
I'm pretty sure
that's in the
Quintana's
third.
first
It's
pitch is
ball
no, it's a
one.
fastball. I thought it was a curveball. His axe pitch.
Hit sharply on the ground. Reined in. And the throw to
Out.
first is in time.
I love hearing that
Leadoff
sound,
man
but I
is gone
hate
here to
seeing
start
that
inning
result.
number 7.
The batter.
One
The
out
catcher,
now in the Tampa Bay
Mike
7th, and that'll bring up
Zunino.
the catcher, Mike Zunino. High in the air and
No,
deep
it's not
to
gone.
left center
It's 2
field.
inside and a sinker.
And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too,
Now
as
batting,
he
the
crashes
pitcher,
headlong into
Ryan
the wall.
Yarborough.
Pinch hit
Next
against the
to hit will be
lefty. We'll
pitcher,
go with
Ryan Yarbrough. He'll look to bounce back after striking
Manuel
out his
Margot.
last time up.
Your attention,
Manuel
please.
Margot will grab a
Pinch
bat
hitting
hit
for the
the
Rays.
pitcher here.
Number 13. Manuel Margot.
Now a ball hit hard.
Atta
toward
boy,
first.
Margot.
And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And
Pinch
he's
hit
gonna
double.
make it barely as he's into second base with a
Way
double.
to make
Up
good with
next
what
for
you
Tampa
got.
Bay.
You had one at bat in the postseason so far. Your World
Kevin
Series at bat, and you hit a double.
Some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice two-back.
Use your speed to your
Listen,
advantage.
three
Made it
at-bats
what could have been
to
just a
this
single into a double.
From the belt, the pitch. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And nothing will cover the
Barely
two-out
got
double
the
as
out.
the inning is over. Danger reverted.
Ladies
following
and
the
gentlemen,
two-out double.
please join
We'll have
for the
more of
traditional
Game 3
seventh inning
after this
stretch.
message.
Okay. This part of the lineup, it's Alvarado time.
Your
Jose
attention,
Alvarado
please.
gets the call from the
Now
pen to
pitching
take
for
over on the
Tampa
mound
Bay.
and start the
Diego
home
Castillo.
Number
stretch.
46.
Sit down.
Jose
Trade.
Leading off the inning,
Alvarado.
Kyle Schwarber, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey!
And he gets ahead
In
here
case
with the
Alvarado
fastball.
gets in any
Strike
trouble
Oh,
one.
and
after
one.
the 3-batter minimum.
1-1 to
Nope,
Schwarber.
that's inside. The count,
Ball
2-1.
2 as the slider dips below the zone. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
This
the count.
offense has been underachieving all day, putting way too much pressure on their own pitching staff. Someone has to have a quality AB and get this line going.
So he racks up the
The
swinging
center fielder,
strikeout on
number
the
8,
breaking ball. Kyle Schwarber
Ian.
sent
0-1's
packing
the
to begin
count.
the bottom of the 7th.
Ball 1.
1-1. Prior history in this matchup. Small sample, a perfect 1-for-1. One out, nobody on.
Ah, that was a
Line
fucking
drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
hard hit there. Keep him to a single though.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the
The
plate.
first baseman,
kept his
number
hands back,
44,
stayed with the baseball,
Anthony
delivers a hard hit line drive.
Rizzo.
Dance, Andy,
Rizzo
dance.
stands in now. Diaz.
I love making
charge, and he's got
anyone
it.
dance under a
2 down.
pop-up. That was like funny to me.
Now batting, right fielder,
Here comes the first pitch.
Jason
Fastball.
Hayward.
The funniest ones are when the catchers do it because they got all the gear on. It's like if
Fouled
you know how
away.
to do that right now, it'd be hilarious.
Breaking ball.
One
That's
ball,
in the dirt
2
as he
strikes.
takes a ball.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Cubs. Now the skipper's on his
Ladies
way
and
out toward
gentlemen,
the home plate
your
area, and
attention,
I believe
please.
that means we're gonna have a
The
double
changes
switch here.
for the Cubs.
Alec Mills will
Now
come on to
pitching
pitch
and
now,
batting
so
in the
move
eighth
into the
spot.
8th spot in the
Number
lineup
30,
on the double switch
Alec
here. Albert
Mills.
Almora will also come on
Now playing
so
right
move into
field
the
and
pitcher's
batting
number
ninth. Good base hit,
9
Willie.
hold in the
Number
order here
5,
on that double switch.
Albert Almora.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them.
The
Another
batter,
base hit.
the left
Leading
fielder,
off for the boys. These guys
Austin
had a monster
Meadows.
postseason so far.
A bullet to first base.
Okay,
And
this
they
I
got
get
there
doubled
so
up for
quickly,
once.
the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just
Up
the
next
one
for
out.
Tampa Bay, the right
So a
fielder,
runner at first now
Hunter
with one away, and that'll
Renfroe.
bring up outfielder Hunter Renfroe. Base hit, line drive into the corner.
Stay at second. It's World Series MVP Hunter Renfroe, though.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that
the third
the
baseman,
moment
number
isn't
2,
too big for him. He's slowing the
Yandy
game down. He looks terrific.
Diaz.
Yeah,
Yandy Diaz has not gotten hit.
absolutely. Postseason monster
World
right
War
here,
II.
having a huge
Maybe World War
series.
I,
Any
that's
big
right.
leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do
Yandy
it
Diaz
when it
just
gets
got a hit.
cold outside means that.
Barely, but he got hit.
And that's into
And
the
screwed, he got
outfield
an
for a
RBI.
one-out hit.
Good
And
base
the
running,
run score
Adames.
From second here, this is now a 3-0 game.
now batting,
Hey,
the
D-Roll,
first
that's
baseman,
a big RBI right there to
Jose
stretch this lead to 3.
Martinez.
Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah.
Why in God's name did I just see a name called Snickers McGubbins sign online? Oh, that's Dez. What the fuck? Oh my God. If I knew that was her, I might not have been so quick to start this party and send them invites. That's awkward. I thought for sure it was Yuri. I wasn't even paying attention to the picture.
Yeah, no doubt. As an offense.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over.
That was
Here's
so
Albert
distracting.
Almora next.
leading off
Getting his
for
first
the
plate
Cubs,
appearance here in the 8th
the right
after
fielder,
entering off the bench
Albert
just a little bit ago.
Almora. Your
Signed to
attention,
pitch
please.
out of the bullpen in the
Now
bottom
pitching
half
for
of
the
the
Rays,
8th. Strike one to
number
start the
51,
at-bat.
Ken
And
Giles.
it's fouled away. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
Oh.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone and it got fouled off.
And he fouls this one off. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to
The
watch
batter,
him
number
go about
9,
his business.
shortstop,
No doubt.
Javier
He's one of my favorites. Mostly
Baez.
because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
I need to find this tweet. Hold on.
Know that there will be a campaign to strip them of their World Series title. I know that. Cole, you gonna tell them? You can't just cheat and win a World Series and get to keep all the glory. Take down the banner. I don't think it'll be very hard to take it down. You trying to look me in the eyes and tell me that the Yankees deserve to fly their fucking 2017 World Series banner in our faces? Here's the deal, Jared. You bring up some really good points, but there's just one missing piece to your... Yeah, and I know exactly what it is. You know what it is, Steve? Yeah. The Cubs was Hubs was dancing on everyone's graves in 2017. Yeah, go Yankees, go Yankees, go. Go Yankees, go Yankees, go. That's what he was saying.
That was his chant, yeah.
Yeah, they were saying that the whole time. And I had to sit there and watch it. Now, knowing that they cheated to do it, you're going to tell me that they just get to keep the banner? No. No.
That's not what I was looking for, but that's funny.
Listening to you with no medical degree, with an American... People to walk down the street with a mask on? Let's not start this, John. Do you, though? Let's not start this. Okay? Let's start it. I don't want to start this bullshit. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up, better than the CDC. All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a fuck about.
Okay, anyways. The actual tweet I wanted to find. I'm not gonna lie. I saw you sign on, and I thought to myself, what in the fuck did Yuri change his name to now? Hey.
Here's Javier Baez. As he'll get caught chasing.
Can't say I knew that.
It's strike one.
Gotta find a way to scratch at least one.
Bouncer up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a one-out hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Hulk Davis.
Still be able to get a base hit.
Brody.
This guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so
No ball,
until he
two
shows
strikes.
he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game. One left for the Cubs.
Shit, it's actually a lot
Still
more
down
than I thought it was gonna
3-0.
be.
All set for the start of the inning. And
Leading off
standing
for
in
Tampa
as the
Bay,
power-hitting
the
second
second
baseman,
baseman,
Brendan Lau.
number 8.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Racing back the center fielder into the bleachers and gone.
Probably not.
Well, people always wonder why some players make
Probably
so much
not.
money.
No,
And
definitely
there's
not.
your answer.
Your attention,
The
please.
great ones find a way
Now
to
pitching
rise to
for
the
the
occasion
Chicago
in the
Cubs,
postseason. and
number
he did right
24,
there.
So here's
Jeremy.
Mike Zunino. Swings
Jeff
and
Britt.
grounds it
That
to
was.
short. There's Baez on first.
He's out.
Good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Pinch hitting for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I had to really
Number
kind of like
26.
drown a lot of that out
G-Man
because there was
Troy.
way too much going on when I saw it.
And this one's no
I saw like the
bounces to the plate for
version of it
0-1.
where like they play the movie, but there's
One run
also
in and one
people that
gone
like
so far this inning.
acted out at the same time. And
Fouled off.
they just kept like coming by me.
High and deep down the left field line. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw gets
Got
him.
him.
2 down.
Now batting,
Maybe.
the center
Standing in,
fielder,
Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin Kiermaier.
He's set and the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues.
Now
Middle
batting,
cut. His
the
eyes lit
shortstop,
up right there. This pitch
Willie.
I just never was much of a
not
movie
getting
person.
another ball from the umpire.
At the plate, Willie Adames. Runner goes for second. No balls
I had
and
my
one
music,
strike.
I had my sports, and I had my games.
2 out with a man at first. He's running again.
Me
High
not being
shot
a
on the
movie
ground
person
to
makes
short.
me aggressively straight.
Plenty of time, and the side is retired. A run up.
Oh no 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 no! I'm gonna stop you right there.
Ladies and
I am
gentlemen,
definitely
your
Right-handed
doing
leader
that,
standing
Now,
but
6-3.
just not through
Tampa
movie,
Bay.
Now out of the
through
bullpen.
music,
number 63,
and through like the stories and
Oh, and one.
Lead things off here in the ninth.
And
with his
vicariously
guys
living
in
through
danger
athletes.
of falling into a very difficult
Ball.
to escape 3-0 deficit.
I got
Count
one
down
ball,
a
one
and a
strike.
strike. Fouled away.
yeah, well, I mean,
He's going
books
to
are
be back
hit or
to
miss
some
for me.
serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's
Now
a pretty
batting,
impressive
left
pitch from a
fielder,
young arm like
Kyle
that. If you could spot your pitches there,
Schwarber.
advantage
I
counts
saw the
like 1 and
boxes.
2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft
Oh
contact.
no!
One
The
ball, one
slider
strike.
there gets a swing and miss.
Oh.
And it's 1
The
and
count
2.
is 1 and 2.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Ball,
Hard sinker misses, 2 and 2.
2 balls,
Wow, that
2
was a
strikes.
close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now in 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
the center fielder,
Field in
number
the
8,
overshift here. Now the pitch.
Ian.
Happ is in.
Maybe, probably, when I was little.
Two away now as he looks at a
Wait,
called strike 1.
is who's in Dirty Dancing?
And this is swung on and
No
missed.
ball,
so
2
now
strikes.
they find themselves down to their final strike.
Yeah, that's
tonight.
crazy.
Not much you're going to do with that.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
I don't
and
know
that'll
celebrities
do it
by
here
name.
as
If
the
I saw
ball
his
game
face,
is
I'd probably
over.
know him. I'm gonna look
so
him up
the
real quick.
Rays are 1 win away from a sweep of this fall classic, guys.
Yeah, it's been totally one-sided so far, Matt. A bit more of the same, and they'll be raising the trophy. It's all working for this team right now.
I mean, he died in
And
2009.
now what can we say for the Cubbies?
Yes, I saw the movie
Here's the bad
Ghost,
news.
which he was in.
No team has ever come back.
So
from
I
a
think I have seen
3-0
Dirty Dancing, but when I was
deficit to win a
definitely
World
young.
Series. It's been done in the ALCS, so we know it's not impossible. But before they start entertaining miracles, they got to see if they can just win 1 game.
I feel like I've seen more of him somewhere, but I don't know from what, because I've never... Who?
For a report on this.
What movie? I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to. I would, but what? I didn't even get to say the rest of it yet. Probably. No, it sounds like it definitely is. I would, but I have to finish what I'm doing on here, and then shortly thereafter I'm going to be getting food, which means that I'm going to be watching Prison Break. See, now I feel like you're saying that, but on the inside you're like, liar.
Club's outlook heading into Game 4. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, the overarching sentiment from this team is that tonight.
I feel like you said that about that last movie we watched.
Leading off for the Rays, the third baseman,
the one that had the three aliens. One of them was Jeff Goldblum.
No, they were adamant that they are ready to sweep this World Series and celebrate. We'll see if that confidence leads them to the pinnacle of the sport.
What was the name of that movie again?
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it, and I thought it was funny, but
tough pitch to lay off, but he did.
Shit, he has a home run.
So the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the sixth.
Now
Settling in
batting,
now, Jose
the
Martinez.
nothing.
He
Think
doubled
out loud.
earlier in
Jose
the
said
game,
something for
1
me,
for
stream.
2 to this
Martinez.
point. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort.
I got
to
excited
get
because
there
I
and
thought,
record
oh,
the
Yuri's
first out
on
of the
and
inning.
James is on. Maybe we'll play Apex, and then it turns
Now
out you're not
batting.
Yuri.
Number 8.
He singled his last time up. First
You
offering on
missed
its way.
our
To
video
first,
call last
Rizzo
night where
was
Amethyst
there.
confirmed
Second
cannibalism.
run on to Rizzo, and it's a double
I mean, she
play,
didn't,
side
but
retired.
like,
Bottom of the sixth inning now. And with
Leading
it
off
comes
for
Javi
the
Baez
Cubs,
to the plate.
Things
the
not
shortstop,
looking very good so far this
Javier
one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by
Baez.
a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from
Now
behind
batting,
and
right
lose one
fielder,
in the 8th or 9th inning.
Jason.
wait, why'd you have to get up at 6 a.m. today?
Hey,
On the
Word.
ground
Work.
down the first baseline.
Holy shit, it's almost 5 o'clock. I really am getting food soon.
Swing and a miss, and he's
I got the
quickly
count.
in the
0
ball,
and 2.
0-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late. You can't even put a good swing on it.
Neither guy willing
Yeah,
to give
I,
in, and the at-bat will continue.
Amethyst called us and she was like, I need y'all's opinion on something, and then it was literally Alex is like, she's displaying like mild signs of cannibalism, and we were like, and the first thing I said is, well, hold up, if it's only mild, that's actually better than usual.
Ryan.
And she was like, no, no, no. And I was like, oh, you damn right, though. So
Baez stands at
she
first
wasn't
with one
about
out.
it. Yeah, everything pretty much that got in the actual group message itself is pretty much what was said in the video call. The only difference is there was a lot more detail in the call.
And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the run scores. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys.
The catcher, number 40.
You've got to find a way to pick your
Wilson.
teammates up when
John
you're given the
Reyes.
chance. He doesn't try to do too much right
Your
here.
attention,
He
please.
just takes what's there.
Now pitching
Safely
for
on
the
second,
Rays.
and his buddy is high-fiving
Number
teammates
63.
in the dugout.
Diego.
I also just
Now the Rays manager's going to take that slow walk out toward the mound.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Charlie Sheen used to be a really good actor.
So it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Both teams with 6 hits so far.
Ball
Can't
1.
get him to chase. It's 1 and 2.
I got the count. 1 and 2.
2
Ball
and 2
2.
to the Cubs catcher.
2-2 the count.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
So he ran
The first
fastball by
baseman,
him for
number
the punch-out.
44.
Wilson Contreras
Anthony
down for the second out here in the bottom
Rizzo.
half. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 8.
And that'll bring in the
Ian
Pittsburgh area native Ian
Happ.
Happ. And we'll have to leave it there.
Have you ever seen Scary Movie 3? Oh my god, that might be my favorite movie of
New
all
inning
time.
set to get
Leading
underway.
off for the Rays.
And next will be the
Charlie
power
Sheen's
hitting
in that.
catcher,
Mike.
Zanino.
Zunino.
Except I don't know if
Swing
Scary
on
Movie
top
3
of
is
that
on
one as this
anything.
ball's dribbled out in front of
If
the
it
mound.
is, my life is
Throw to
complete.
first is in time, so the leadoff man is
I'm
gone
gonna
here to
Google that
start
really
inning
quick
number
actually, see
7.
if it's on anything. Let's see. Scary Movie 3, according to this, yes, Scary Movie 3 is now available on American Netflix. It arrived for online streaming on November 1st, 2018. But is it still there? Looks like it's still there. Let me try Hulu. It looks like it's on Hulu as well. Well, then this is Scary Movie 3 is not on Hulu. HBO Max has it. Here we go. It might not be on Netflix either. I don't know. I'm certain it's on Vudu though, so I could always watch it on there if I wanted to. 'Cause I don't think I actually own it. Just kind of crazy to think about.
Your attention, please.
Will grab a bat
Pinch
and hit
hitting for the
pitcher
Rays.
here.
Number 26. G-Man Choi.
Left center, base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the
The
inside
batter,
half of the plate
the
right
center
there.
fielder,
Try to bust him in,
Kevin
D-Row, and he fights it off the other
Kiermaier.
way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
I would have made it if I went for it.
Hey, D-Row, not a bad night. 3
Now
singles,
batting,
but hey,
shortstop,
we'll take 3 for
Willie
4 every day of the
Adames.
week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout.
I feel bad for Yuri. I wonder if his roommates know that he's going to be going to visit a friend that's coming in from out of
Back,
town.
and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. So both runners
Just
able
after
to
his
move up
roommates
a
were
base,
already
second
freaking
and third now with 2 gone.
I was trying
Now
to
batting.
Yuri. You know what? Yuri's definitely not even home. He went to church today. It's
Big
Sunday,
man,
and he
Austin
definitely
Meadows,
went to like a
0
fucking
for 2
food
with a
market
walk
after.
for him so far. Looking to keep this a one
Now that
run
LA is
game.
already like
Big.
back
Ball
to
1,
normal.
no strike.
Very tight ball game. 3-2.
I mean,
our
it's
score,
not
inning
like it
number
shouldn't
7.
be. In the sense of,
It's over
well,
here.
actually either
Things
thing.
at 1.
Well, he was able to get out and go to the protests and stuff. His roommates still are like pissy about it
Into
though.
right
Like
field,
they're not
that's a
happy
base
whenever
hit.
he leaves the house.
But it's
pretty much.
offline, so the run will score.
No, he
But
beat
the
it.
throw is well up the
So
line,
I asked him
and
one
a
time, I was like,
second
"Do they go
run's
grocery
gonna
shopping? Do they
score.
ever leave?" And he said,
Hey,
"No."
D-Roll, that's a big RBI right there. to
I asked, like,
stretch
"How do you
this
guys
lead
survive
Now
to
that?"
batting,
three.
right
Takes a
fielder.
lot
He
of
said,
pressure off your
Hunter
pitcher going into the
of
bottom part of
Renfro.
the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has
Are you
to
talking
make
to a person or an animal?
Could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Tell Becca I said hi, and I wish that she was allowed in your room.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Up
Hey,
next
look
for
at this
Tampa
guy
Bay,
compete right there.
the third
Nice
baseman,
base hit. Are you
Yandy
kidding me? He had already
Diaz.
had the hat trick.
Ladies
He
and
was
gentlemen,
staring the
your
golden
attention,
sombrero
please.
straight in the face.
Now
and he's
pitching for the Cubs,
Out.
Kipnis
number
at
30.
second, and the inning. Jose Alvarado gets the call from the pen to take.
I haven't heard her say anything other than now I can. I can hear her. Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Leading off for the Cubs, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on first to record the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jason Gibson.
Adames brings it in on the first, and there were 2 down. David Bodie,
your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Cubs. Number 13,
no
David
One's the count.
Bodie.
Yeah, no, it's like gotta fix. Yeah, he had a platform. Yeah, I stuck the ear inside the thing. Well, it's in there now. Please don't get it more stuff.
Hit hard on the ground is short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier.
I don't judge people.
Baez.
First pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And he takes strike 2. And he misses there.
That's inside.
1-2.
Stone cold take
I know who Anna Kendrick is.
right there. That's fast.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that Cubs strand 1. And the deficit remains 5-2. Brad Winn,
number 38,
summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Leading off for the Rays,
Set, here it comes.
the first baseman,
Sounds exciting.
Jose
A shot to second base
Martinez.
and
Anna Kendrick?
for the first out. In now,
The batter,
Brandon Lau.
number 8.
Singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point.
Nope.
Here comes the first pitch. Lined into right, a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Well, lefty on lefty,
Now batting,
this is a tough
catcher,
matchup, but he
Mike
stays in there, keeps that front
Zunino.
shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a
Yeah, I've
two-bagger.
never heard of that.
Nice job of defying the odds there.
Here now is Mike Zunino.
0-1.
He can't make contact and is tied up here at strike 1.
This is going to be an interesting at-bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Lifted in the air to center field. Howe is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
will get
your
the call
attention
here as
please.
he'll hit for the pitcher.
Pinch hitting for Tampa Bay, number 13, Manuel Margot.
High and deep
I need to like
right
watch
center.
a movie with someone if I'm
Long
gonna watch a
run
movie.
for the center fielder. He's got it. A great running play.
Now
Tim
pitching
Giles
for the Rays,
is on to pitch out of the bullpen
number
in the bottom
51,
half of the 8th.
Ken Giles.
And he fouls this one off. Here's a late swing and a miss.
0-2 is the
Strike
count.
2.
That was some
it depends on
smoke
my
right there.
mood.
High fire right on by.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward is gone on strikes. It's 1 away. Ready
The batter,
with the first pitch.
the
Here it
third
comes.
baseman,
Lifted in the
Red
air out towards left center.
Ryan.
Kiermaier's got a read on it.
James will play
Got it,
Dead,
and there
Dead
are
by
2
Daylight
down
with you.
now.
The catcher, number 40,
First
Wilson
offering on its way.
Contreras.
Good breaking ball as he gets the bottom of the zone.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little.
And the throw is in time to get him to return.
Your
Kyle
attention,
Bryant
please.
enters from the pen to
Now
start the
pitching
9th
for the
inning as
Chicago
he'll try to
Cubs,
keep the score right where
number
it is heading to
56,
the bottom of the 9th.
Kyle Ryan.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted the other way to left center. Schwarber is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
The
At
batter,
plate, Willie
the
Adames
shortstop,
struggling so
Willie
far in this one and
Adames.
looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here.
That's a ball.
A ball and no strikes. Ryan
Count 1-0.
is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced.
Ball.
For
Down.
a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Now the 2-0 home. He's
Ball,
outside
that's
for
out.
a ball. Austin Meadows will be next. And now here's a ball hit pretty well out toward right center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
I've had since March 12th off.
Now batting, left
Stepping
fielder,
up now, Austin Meadows. He's got a hit in
Meadows.
3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him
Well,
all the way.
no, I've been getting
Skied
paid
in the air to straightaway left.
this whole
Left
time,
fielder giving chase.
but
He's
my
there
last
to make
paycheck
the
comes the
play,
25th,
and that'll
and then I'm unemployed.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll be the first to bat here
Leading
in the
off.
inning.
Now, I can't stress this enough. Again, I don't know why you, like, it's not just you. It's none of you guys are picking up on this. I'm losing my job. I'm not just not getting paid for the summer. I will no longer be employed. Yeah, like, if the world were completely normal right now, if none of anything that's happened this year had ever happened, and I'm having everything working as normal, like, I would go to work tomorrow, I would go to work Tuesday, and I would have a half day Wednesday, and then I would still be unemployed after that. Because we had to cut our budget. Well, I'm not gonna work during the summer because I was geared up for that already. I was fine with, I was initially gonna just DJ. That isn't happening. Clearly. So from there, I'm gonna just still not work this summer. I'm fine with nothing happening. In the fall, there's a few different possibilities here. The budget won't actually be sorted out until about mid-July, Once they have it sorted out and finalized, they're going to figure out, okay, these people that we cut, do we have room to bring anyone back? If they do, I'm second on the callback list. So there's one person in front of me. From there, in October. Kill what person? Oh, the person in front of me. No, that'd be fucked up. I don't even know who the person is. I just know there is a person in front of me. That's also not a good idea. Like, I'd like it better if we just didn't kill anyone. I think that would be, like, the coolest way to go. Okay, well, I gotta go for a couple minutes anyways, too. So, if I'm not here when you come back, I will be back, though. Okay, perfect.
For the Cubs,
Throw meat on her.
the first baseman, Anthony.
His final 3 outs and do my wrap up. Nathan Anderson, 2 great pitches.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball
Why, this feels
around the
like
knees
such a big...
like that.
Swing and a miss,
I don't know, maybe because it's like it's an actual save situation, it's within reach.
Here, one away.
That this feels like more big time.
The
than
center fielder, number 8, Ian.
Usually I have to decide who I want getting the last 3 outs, but if it's a save situation, I'm going to my closer.
The reason is his swing and miss stuff really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty B, and I think we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now.
He's lighting them up.
8th and 9th inning,
Back-to-back strikeouts for
Up
Nick
next for the
Anderson to
Cubs.
start the 9th on 7th.
The left fielder,
Last chance for the Cubs.
Kyle.
This guy is here.
Ooh.
He doesn't have
Warburg.
one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact on.
2 out base hit. They're not going quietly into the 9th.
Up next for the Cubs, the second baseman, Jason.
First pitch
Chip
fastball
Nick.
swung on
0-1's
and missed
the count.
0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble
ball,
now
2
as they're
strike.
down to their final
Let's
strike
do it, Nick
tonight.
Anderson. For the first time in franchise history.
Cubs are down to their final strike here.
Ooh.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it
The
comes.
Tampa Bay Rays are world
Struck
champs.
him out, and it's over. They are World Series champions.
First time in franchise history.
Wow, World Series champions. The only thing that could have made this sweeter would have been doing it in front of the home crowd. But hey, they're not complaining, believe me. Now they can look forward to celebrating during the parade as they bring...
I have officially made it further than I did last year in any regard. I only did like
Back now on the
15
show.
March to
It's all
Octobers.
over. And you see
Now
the
I've done 20.
reactions there to the final out.
I'm down in the single digits now. And for that matter, I got hung up on the Rays in the postseason. And now I've completed the Rays this year. And this was a really fun team. So... this will be a very fun team to play as. I'm beginner. The Rays are done, and we're on to the team that I just beat in the World Series. The Cubs, I believe, are next. World Series champs for the Tampa Bay Rays. Finishing with a grade of an A for amazing. Record 119-43, first in the AL East. Really came out hot out of the gate. You know, we had like I think 5-0, and then we lost the game, and then we went on a win streak, lost a couple of games in win streak. Just a constant upward trend, big upward trend. Seems like the biggest one would be right after game 100 to about game 118, maybe. I don't know. We'll take a look at the calendar afterwards. We'll take a look at the Player boosts, I had Brandon Lau with a regular one, Lance Lynn through a trade, Kevin Kiermaier was a regular one, Yanni Chirinos was a regular one, and that's it. I had 4 player boosts, that's it. I had a chance with Willie Adames, didn't get it. I think I had one with Austin Meadows, too, that I did not get. And then Lance Lynn and Ken Giles were my only trades, so Ken Giles don't get a player boost for bullpen players. We'll take a look at the stats, starting with the postseason for the pitchers. Tyler Glasnow did not pitch, and Charlie Morton did not pitch. Jazz Rowe made 3 appearances, pitched 3 innings, and in those 3 innings, he gave up 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 3 strikeouts for an ERA of 3.0 and a whip of 1.33. Colin Poche made 2 appearances, pitched 3 innings. In that time, he walked 0, got 4 strikeouts, gave up 1 hit, no runs. Good for a ERA of 0 and a whip of .33. Diego Castillo pitched in 3 appearances for 2 1/3 innings. Struck out 4 batters, walked 0, gave up 4 hits, 1 run for an ERA of 3.86 and a whip of 1.71. Ken Giles pitched in 4 games. He made 4 appearances. For 4 innings, he struck out 8 guys, walked 0, gave up 1 hit, no runs for an ERA of 0 and a whip of .25. Nick Anderson, my closer, pitched in 4 appearances across 4 innings. He got 4 saves, 0 walks, 9 strikeouts, gave up 3 hits, no runs, no walks for an ERA of 0 and a whip of .75. Oliver Drake out of the bullpen made 3 appearances, pitched 4 innings in the postseason, struck out 6 batters, walked 0, gave up 1 hit, no runs for an ERA of 0 and a whip of .25. Jose Alvarado made 6 appearances out of the bullpen, pitched in 6 innings, and in those 6 innings he walked 0 batters, gave up 4 hits, no runs, struck out 10 for an ERA of 0 and a whip of .67. Lance Lynn, in his starts, he had 3 starts, he went 2-0 in those starts, pitched 20 innings, and in those 20 innings he walked 4 batters, struck out 28, and in his 3 starts across those 20 innings, 14 hits, 2 runs, good for an ERA of .90 and a whip of .90. Ryan Yarbrough had 3 starts as well. 3, 6, 9, yeah, 11. So Ryan Yarbrough had 3 starts as well. He pitched in 17 1/3 innings in those 3 starts. He walked 0, struck out 28, and he gave up 17 hits, 7 runs. So an ERA of 3.63 and a whip of .98. A little shaky, but he went 2-0. We had a perfect postseason, actually, too, for that matter. We swept the LDS, the LCS, and the World Series. Yanni Chirinos had only 2 starts. In his 2 starts, he went 2-0. He pitched 12 1/3 innings. He walked 2. He struck out 13 in those 2 starts. He gave up 9 hits and 2 runs for an ERA of 1.46 and a whip of .89. And then the leader of the rotation, the ace, Blake Snell, went 3 starts, 3-0, 23 innings pitched. He walked 0 batters, struck out 31 batters in 23 innings. Gave up just 12 hits, 2 runs in his 3 outings for an ERA of .78 and a whip of .52. Position players: Joey Wendell didn't have an at-bat. Daniel Robertson didn't have an at-bat. Michael Perez did not have an at-bat. Let's see if James is going to join in here. I have my doubts. Okay. Manuel Margot had 2 at-bats. He pinch hit in the 2 NL games. So in his 2 at-bats, he got a hit, which was a double. Good for an average of 500. That was it. Mike Zunino, my catcher, 38 at-bats. Had 11 hits for a .289 average, scored 6 runs, had 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. Solid outing for Zunino. Kevin Kiermaier, the top of the order, my leadoff guy, had 50 at-bats. 16 hits for a .320 average. He scored 8 runs. He went deep once, had 3 RBIs, and a stolen base, .320 average altogether. Really good showing by Kiermaier. Willie Adames started off hot, kind of cooled off towards the end there. 48 at-bats. He had 14 hits for a .292 average. Scored 8 runs, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Not bad for Adames. Jose Martinez started off amazingly hot. just as a D, constantly got hits as a DH. In his 41 at bats, he had 15 hits for a 366 average. It didn't go deep at all, but he did have 4 RBIs and he did score 4 runs. So Jose Martinez, solid showing. Hunter Renfroe was ice cold until the World Series. In 45, and then he came to life in 45 at bats. He had 12 hits for a 267 average. Scored 5 runs. He had 5 home runs, 9 RBIs. So Hunter Renfroe turned it back around, and I think he wins World Series MVP, and I think LCS MVP goes to this man, Ji-Man Choi. 36 at bats. He had 17 hits. Ji-Man Choi had a 4.72 batting average. A batting average of .472, .472, whatever you want to say. 472 batting average for Ji-Man Choi. He scored 8 runs. He had 3 home runs, 6 RBIs as well. His average at the end of the... And he was cold in the World Series. His average at the end of the LCS was like 560. So, insane number there. Yandy Diaz just was not there. 39 at bats. He only had 7 hits for a 179 average. He did score 4 runs, and he did have a home run and 6 RBIs. But overall, not the best showing for Yandy Diaz. Can we talk about Ji-Man Choi's OPS for a second, too? I forgot about that. 1.320. Insane. Austin Meadows, also really huge. Probably my best bat in the regular season. Just didn't really contribute in the postseason. 45 at bats. He had 10 hits. 6 runs scored, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Like, it wasn't terrible for a 222 average, but just definitely not up to his level. And then Brandon Lau. What is this? Oh. Wow. Okay. Brandon Lau in his 44 at-bats. Hey, there he is. Hey, James. I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was Yuri. Snickersnee McGubbins. The other person in the party. I thought that... No, Snickersnee McGubbins? Do you not have her real name on? Yeah, no. Dez's real name on here is Snickersnee McGubbins. And when I saw her sign on, I was like, oh shit, Yuri's on. Cool. Let's play Apex. Got all excited, made the party, invited you to. It's Dez. Which is fine. Like, I'm not complaining, but... Also not who I was expecting, though. She's also not here at the moment. If I had to guess, Yuri is at some sort of farmer's market. No, he's not working. It's a Sunday. He went to church and then probably a farmer's market. He's not even opening our Apex group messages. Or he's asleep. There's that. He was up late. I know. We were talking about it the other day, and then now you're sending the what you just sent. It's hilarious. That was a very great GIF. It's gonna be a good year, except for the part where the world's supposed to end in 7 days. Well, that's why they're saying it's ending next week, because when you make the adjustments to our calendar, December 12th or December 21st, 2012 is actually June 21st, 2020, based on the Mayan calendar. I don't think anything's happening, but wouldn't be. The only thing I could see. Yeah, I know. The only thing I could see that would ever happen that would do that, because like they're like, oh, it's supposed to be that super planet is supposed to hit us, but like we would know about it by now. The only thing I could ever see happening is like either some biblical shit that science can't predict, or Yellowstone goes off. If that happens, we're kind of fucked. But apparently, now I just googled it for shits and giggles. Even if Yellowstone went off, it would not kill us all. It would fuck up the planet, but. Destroy All Humans comes out next month. I wonder if I have that game pre-ordered already or not. So if I don't, I probably should. Let's see. Hopefully opening my store does not fuck my PlayStation like it sometimes does.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Megan's Magic. So today I'm going to have 3 cards here. Alright, so we have 3 cards. Can you choose one for me? Any one. This one? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. Don't tell me what it is. Got it? Okay.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Actually, I'm going to put a...
Oh, so you won't be back for 2 hours.
Then I'm going to shuffle. So shuffle these up.
Alright.
Good?
Oh god, there's more.
Hi everyone, this is second Megan's Magic, and I want to do this one with you. So I'm going to separate these 2 decks right here. See them? Okay. Separate these 2 decks. I'm going to show you 2 cards. This card and this card. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle these up. Okay, they're all shuffled. And now I'm going to show you one of the 2 cards. Make sure, here, I'll even shuffle them in front of you so you... Magic. No, I'm not lying. And then I'm going to choose this one. Was this one of the cards?
Oh my god. Okay. So, mute them both again. Finish this up. Brandon Lau. 44 at-bats, 14 hits, 6 runs, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, stolen base. Solid showing for Lau. A lot of extra base hits, I believe, for him. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and his 1 homer. So, of his 14 hits, he had 6 of them for extra bases. That's really good for the slugging. Good for the OPS. Take a look at the regular season numbers. This is the time consumer here. This is the big one, though. So, let me plug my phone in. Okay. Starting with the pitchers, Tyler Glasnow. A potential got his overall up to 77, but I was expecting a little bit more from him. So I think he's starting to reach the peak of his career. I think he has room to get a little bit better, and he has time, but I think he's starting to get a little bit up there. And he did not have a good year. In 31 games, I wanted to move him to the bullpen, but the game kept refusing. So in 31 games, he still had 20 starts and went 13 and 6. 145 and a third innings pitched. He struck out 166. But his ERA was 4.52 and his WHIP was 1.50. Terrible WHIP, not really a good, and just also like a pretty bad ERA. Good for a WAR at 2.2. He's still under contract until 2023, or team control at least. He's unhappy. He wanted to be a depth in, my guess is in the rotation, but he's in the bullpen. Hates his contract. Otherwise happy for the most part, but he's unhappy in general. Yeah, I was not happy with his performance, though. I was not happy at all with him. Charlie Morton, also another guy who his overall went down a lot. Like, his overall went down to 78. You know, he went from, I believe, diamond to silver. -8, -10. You see a bunch of -10s, actually. Charlie Morton did not. I mean, he wasn't bad, and I wanted him to be in the rotation as my number 5 guy, because even though he had a huge decline, he was still good enough to be a number 5 guy. In 28 appearances, he had 24 starts. He went 19 and 2. And in 184 and a third innings pitched, he struck out 215. At a 3.61 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. Are those numbers good? They're not bad. You know, they're not ideal, but they're fine. It's below 4 and it's below 1.3. And then a 4.4 WAR, like, that's fine. Let's say he got his money's worth, at least for the most part. He was expecting to be the ace, and he just did not. He could not, though. I thought he would for sure. I thought for sure Snell and Morton would absolutely be my 1-2. And I got other guys like Glasnow and Yarborough and Chirinos to bolster. Like, I honestly did not think I was going to have to make improvements to the rotation. And if I did, it wouldn't have to be a big one at all, like Lance Lynn. But he's happy, so. And he did well enough. Chaz Rowe. 33 years old. His overall went up to 77. So I was actually really happy with Chaz Rowe's performance. He made 28 appearances. He went 5 and 1 with a save, 2 blown, and a hold. 32 and 2/3 innings pitched. Only gave up 8 runs. Struck out 42, so his ERA was 2.20 and a 1.22 WHIP. That's really dependable. 0.9 WAR. I'm happy with that. Worth the contract. He's happy. Likes his contract. Likes his role. So I'm happy with him. Colin Poche. He was hit or miss. I'm surprised his overall went up to 78. So that's kind of surprising. He's got a great break. Good slider. But overall, not the best year. Not the worst either, though, and I think there's room for him to get better, and I think he will. He's inexperienced, so even though he's 26, he has time to get better with the experience. 45 appearances, he went 4 and 4 with a blown save, 9 holds. 42 and a third innings pitched. He struck out 55, a 4.04 ERA, and a 1.30 WHIP. That's fine. Maybe you want a little bit better out of the bullpen, but that's fine. Especially for his role, 0.4 WAR. You know, he was one of my lower guys in the bullpen. I had Oliver Drake, Jose Castillo, or not Jose Castillo, Jose Alvarado, Diego Castillo. I mean, don't get me wrong, Diego Castillo was terrible, but Oliver Drake, Jose Alvarado, Ken Giles, and Nick Anderson. You know, there's not much room beyond that I'm going to need guys. So I'm fine with him. Worth the contract. He's under team control till 2025. He's happy. I'm fine with him. Diego Castillo was actually a major disappointment. Did he play in San Diego last year? No, he's been in Tampa Bay all the way through. I thought he was in San Diego. Regardless, his overall went up to 78. I mean, he's got great velocity and break, and everything improved. So his walks and control went up a little bit, and it's not terrible. Like, it's not bad like some other guys, like Jake Diekman, for example, or Zach Britton, who have terrible walks and control because while they have good stuff, they're wild. But Castillo was just horrible. I mean, his numbers went down as the year went on, but he was horrible. 59, and somehow he got used the most, too. That's what I don't understand about this game. My worst guy, statistically speaking at least, got used, I think, the most. 59 appearances. He went 1-1 with 3 saves, 2 blowns, and 8 holds. 64 innings pitched. He got 78 strikeouts. His ERA was 4.50, and his WHIP was 1.33. The WHIP's not the worst, but definitely not a good ERA, especially in the bullpen. 0.9 WAR. Whoops, wrong one. 0.9 WAR. He's under team control till 2024. I think he's got a chance to get better. He'll probably go gold at some point if I sim this. But yeah. Ken Giles. I don't know what Ken Giles' numbers were entirely when I traded for him. I think his ERA was like 2.55, which is, I mean, that's great already. Ken Giles got his overall up to 90. He's only 29 years old. He's going to be good for a while, if not better than he is now. But he's already diamond great. You know, everything's going up still. His velocity and his break are already way up there, almost as high as you can go. The only thing that's holding him back is his walks and home runs per 9. But even then, those both improved into the 70s, and I think they'll get better. Ken Giles, between both teams, at 53 appearances, 3 wins, 2 losses, 33 saves, even though he wasn't my closer. 8 blown saves, 6 holds, 54 2/3 innings pitched, struck out 72, 2.30 ERA, 1.17 WHIP. Very solid numbers. Not as good as last year for him, with just an inning and 2/3 more pitched. 13 extra hits than last year, 4 more runs, 3 of which were earned. 2 less walks, though, and then 11 less strikeouts. So overall, ERA was a little higher than last year, but still very great, especially for an 8th inning guy or a closer. 1.4 WAR, worth the contract, worth the trade. He's happy. The only thing he doesn't like is the fact that he's not our closer. But either way, he was great. Nick Anderson, I kind of wanted to make Giles the closer, but I just liked Nick Anderson for some reason. When I used Nick Anderson, I was always great with him, except for I think once. I think I blew a save. The computer, not so much. I mean, he was still, in my eyes, fine. His overall stayed the same at 81, but his potential went down. He played in 54 games, no wins, 2 losses, 43 saves for Nick Anderson, 4 blown saves, 2 holds, 49 innings pitched. He struck out 61. His ERA was a little high for a closer at 3.31. His WHIP was for a closer at 1.22. Good for a WAR of 1.2. Worth the contract. He's under team control till 2024. He's satisfied. The only thing he was expecting to be bullpen, not closer. The only thing he doesn't like is the coaching. He's not happy about being a little far from Minnesota, but otherwise he's satisfied for the most part. Oliver Drake was really solid in the bullpen. His overall went up to 79. Definitely dependable arm. Probably my best bullpen arm that wasn't my closer. In 29 appearances, he went 6-1 with a save, 4 blown saves, 10 holds, 27 2/3 innings pitched. He only gave up 6 runs. 39 strikeouts, a 1.95 ERA, and a 1.08 WHIP. Those are great numbers. 1.1 WAR. He's under team control for 1 more year. Worth the $1 million contract, if you ask me. He's happy. I'm happy. So, actually, Jose Alvarado might have been my best bullpen arm, which is interesting to me because his clutch and control are not bad, but his walks are so low, and he's got some of the best velocity you'll see in the game, and break. He'll throw a 92-mile-an-hour slider that cuts across the entire zone, or a 2-seam fastball at 102. He was insane. He was my best bullpen arm. I tried to use him as much as I could because I liked using him. In 23 appearances, he didn't have any wins, but he took a loss. 2 saves, 1 blown save, 18 holds, 22 innings pitched. He only gave up 12 hits, 3 runs in 22 innings. So if you turn this into, I don't know, a little over 2 starts, maybe 3 starts, These are great numbers to have across 3 starts. 36 strikeouts, 1.23 ERA, .86 WHIP, .8 WAR. Definitely very dependable in the setup role. Could have been my closer if I really wanted him to be. Got team control for 2 more years. He's satisfied. The only thing he hates is his contract, but it's fine. Lance Lynn, the trade. I don't know what his ERA was when he came across. I want to say it was in the mid threes, like 3.4. But either way, when I traded for him, he's overall 1 of 89, so Lance Lynn went diamond, as is per usual in these sims. 34 starts, he went 17-7, 238 in the third innings pitched, struck out 263, had an ERA of 2.98, and a WHIP of 1.16. He was really good, especially in the trade. 7.3 WAR, worth the contract, which we have him for another year. So it wasn't just, he's a long-term rental. We have a whole nother year of him. He's ecstatic, loves everything, for the most part. The only thing he's not happy about is, and he didn't have expectations for the region, but still, he's from Indiana and we're in Florida, so a little bit there. But overall, very happy, worth the trade and the money. Ryan Yarbrough, so I was overall go up to 84, and this kid I think is going to be pretty good. He's got a chance to get better. He had a solid year for me. He was my number 3 guy, I'd say. 32 starts, he went 21-5, so a great win-loss. 229 innings pitched even. He struck out 223 at a 3.22 ERA and a 1.19 WHIP. Ryan Yarbrough also had a pitching WAR of 5.0. Under team control until 2024. He's satisfied. He obviously wants more money, but other than that, he was a very solid number 3 guy. Number 3 guy over here, getting 21 wins, getting 223 strikeouts, an ERA close to 3, only 3.22, and a WHIP of 1.19. Definitely a great number 3 guy. Yanni Chirino saw his overall go up to 83. Another guy who has great potential still, I'd say, to be a little bit better than this. And he was solid, too. So this is my number 4 guy here. In 32 starts, going 15-7. 218 innings pitched. 194 strikeouts, a 3.34 ERA, and a 1.25 WHIP. These are good number 3 guy numbers, let alone number 4. This is my number 4 guy having a pitching WAR of 3.8. Under team control till 2024. He's overall happy except for his contract. So this is, again, a guy who is my number 4 guy. This is my number 3 guy. Hell, this is my number 2 guy to have an ERA under 3 and not be the ace. But then you have Blake Snell. He got his overall up to 91. Absolutely. And he's only 27, so he's still going to get better. He's a potential. He's going to be one of the best pitchers in the game. He's already become one of the best pitchers in the game after this year. He needs to work on his control and walks a little bit. But other than that, Blake Snell had an incredible year. I think Blake Snell takes the Cy Young Award because in 33 starts, he went 22-4, so he crossed over the 20-win mark again. 243 in the third innings pitched. His ERA was higher than his 2018 Cy Young year. It was at 2.81. The big difference here, though, is in 2018, he had 21 wins, so he had one more win than that. But in 2018, he only had 221 strikeouts. In 2020, he had 300 even. And with a WHIP of 1.09, a pitching WAR of 7.0, he is under contract till 2024 and worth the money. He is overall satisfied. His expectation was ace, and he was always my number 1 guy. He never wasn't my ace. He pitched like an ace, and he was my number 1 guy from start to finish. So it's weird that his status is rotation. If he had that +5 there, or I don't know what that would be, but it wouldn't be -5. So he'd be sitting at +15 at the bare minimum, which I think would be, at that point, happy at least, as opposed to satisfied. So I think he would get some sort of overall boost as well. Yeah, I know. Blake Snell was incredible, and like I said, I think Blake Snell 100% wins the Cy Young. An ERA in below 3, a WHIP in the low 1s, 300 strikeouts with a 20+ win season. That's Cy Young right there. Position players: Joey Wendell was on the bench this year. Was a backup player, okay hitter, contact-wise. Solid fielder with decent speed. Didn't play too much though. So in 70 games, he had 245 at bats, 68 hits. 9 home runs, 26 RBIs, 8 stolen bases, a 278 average. good for a WAR of 1.0. Under team control till 2023. Yeah, I'm okay with his performance. He's angry though. He wanted to be an everyday player and he was a bench player. He hates his contract too, so he is not happy with his position right now. But there's no way I could put him in the lineup anywhere. He's a second baseman. Willie Adames was incredible this year. Third base, yeah, Yandy Diaz was okay, but he was certainly better than Joey Wendell, both on paper and statistically speaking. Left field, absolutely not. Are you going to take the place of Austin Meadows or Hunter Renfroe? So I literally did not have a spot for Joey Wendell. He played okay though. Daniel Robertson, he's all right. Decent fielder, needs to work on the arm, and he's an okay hitter. Not really the best though. I wouldn't say he's a good hitter. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a good hitter, but he made improvements. Again, I just didn't really have room for him anywhere. So in 60 games, he had 222 at bats, 62 hits, 6 home runs, 30 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 279 average. Good for a WAR off the bench of 1.9. Under team control for 2 more years. He's also angry. Hates that he was figured he'd be platooning. Not happy that he was on the bench. Hates his contract and the coaching. So it's whatever. These are my bench guys. Michael Perez, my backup catcher. Perez, a little bit of contact, but overall just doesn't have a bat at all. Decent fielding for a catcher, but definitely not going to start over Zunino. So we only had 39 games, 148 at bats. He got 40 hits, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, stolen base, 270 average. Backup catcher with a WAR of 0.9. You know what? When your backup catcher hits 270, I'm fine with that. I don't really care about his power numbers. He's under team control till 2024. I don't think he's going to get much better than that. He'll probably get his overall maybe to like 72 or 3 at most. He's happy, mainly because of his contract, but it is what it is for him. Manuel Margot. Kind of feel bad for Margot because I wouldn't hate having used him more because he's got good potential. He's already 73 overall, and he's only 25, so he's got plenty of time to improve. He's already got good speed, and he's a solid fielder, definitely a good fielder. His hitting just didn't compare to anyone else, though. Against righties, not really there. Against lefties, he's at least had the contact going for him. He's got the vision, discipline, and clutch going up. I think he's got a chance to get better, but I couldn't use him. I couldn't. So we only had 80 games, 268 at bats. He did have 85 hits, 20 doubles, 8 triples for that matter too. 11 home runs, 53 RBIs, stole 11 bases. So he had a double-double. A 317 average, an OPS at .952 in his time playing, 3.7 WAR off the bench. He's really solid. He's under team control for 1 more year, but he's angry because he's expecting a platoon and he's on the bench. Does not like his contract one bit. Does not like the coaching one bit. Mike Zunino. Zunino was a big one. He's got his overall up to 81. He's gold. Solid fielding catcher. Not much of a hitter, but he did have power going for him. So, Zunino... Okay, got my pizza ordered. Okay, so Zanino had a career year for sure and was absolutely awesome. This is a guy who would hit ninth in my order. This is my number 9 guy, a catcher for that matter, who had 123 games, 455 at bats, 118 hits. First time he's ever cracked triple digits. 28 home runs, career high. 87 RBIs, career high. Even stole a base. 259 average, career high. OPS of .823, not a career high, but definitely solid to have. And a WAR at catcher of 5.5, worth the contract. It's his last year, so maybe that's why he had a career year. He's only 29. He's unhappy though. He's not happy with his contract at all. He wants a lot more money, which I think he earned after this year. And he doesn't like the coaching. So we got minus 20 there, but then we got plus 19. So he's actually at minus 1. So it's weird that he's unhappy because we had 5, 10, 15, 19, and then minus 20, so it's negative 1. That's weird. His overall should have been 83. But, yeah, so Zanino was great. Again, this is my number 9 hitter. My number 9 hitter putting up almost 260 average with 28 home runs, 87 RBIs. Awesome. That's a testament to our lineup. Kevin Kiermaier got his overall up to 87, went diamond. One of the best fielders in the game in center field. Solid speed, great arm, everything. His hitting improved. He's only 29 with beat potential, so he's diamond at 87. Not going to see much more improvement from here. I'm sure probably peter out here, probably level out here for a little bit. Like he'll be at this level. I think career year for Kiermaier as well. 137 games, he had 588 at bats. This is my leadoff guy, getting 180 hits, 39 doubles, 10 triples, 25 home runs. So we're looking at 74 extra base hits altogether out of 180. 87 RBIs and 33 stolen bases, which was probably close to the top 3 in the American League, if not in the top 3 or even number 1, because I know the American League didn't have that many base stealers this year. So a 2020 year for Kiermaier, that's a first for him, and a 306 average to boot, an OPS of .908, which is awesome. Good for a WAR in center field of 8.2, which is incredible. We've got him under contract for 2 more years, and he's happy. He's a star. He's not the most thrilled with his contract anymore, but overall he's happy, and I'm happy with him. He was great. Willie Adames was unbelievable. I know that much. He has A potential. He's only 24 years old. His overall's already 86, so he's a diamond player already, and he's made strides. His fielding is great, especially his arm. His speed is decent. His hitting's all right. But look at that. It's plus 10 in contact to righties. I think Willie Adames has a lot of potential to become a very great name, and I think he might have actually been my best hitter. Nah, he was up there. In 145 games, he had 590 at bats. He had 196 hits. This is my number 2 hitter with 35 doubles, 6 triples, 38 home runs, 116 RBIs, 12 stolen bases, and a 332 average with an OPS above 1 at 1.016. Unbelievable year, incredible. WAR at shortstop, sorry, not second base. A WAR at shortstop of 8.6. He's under team control until 2024. He's happy right now, other than his contract, which I think he's going to get paid for sure. Incredible outing for Willie Adames. Those are MVP numbers. A 330 average with 38 home runs, almost 40 home runs, over 100 RBIs, and a 330 average. Those are MVP numbers. Plus, he was a great fielder. Jose Martinez was interesting to me. He's 31 years old and nothing changed. His overall stayed 77. His potential didn't go up. Not a good fielder at all. Doesn't really have speed. His hitting was interesting though. He got better. Really solid contact hitter. And at DH, I thought I was going to replace him, but I didn't, and I'm glad that I didn't. He played in 161 games. He played in all but one game. Hit 599 at bats. Hit 199 hits. So if he just had one more, if he played in that one game that he didn't, which I think was opening day. I think he didn't play game 1, and he played 161 in a row. If he had one more at bat, he would have had a chance at 200 even hits. 24 home runs, 86 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, all career numbers, a 332 average, OPS of .932. As a DH, he put up a WAR of 4.7. Under team control for one more year. He's ecstatic. He thought he was going to be platooning. Well, he played every day. He's getting more money than he thought he was going to get. His individual performance, he expected to play at replacement level, and he's saying that he played below that. but he really didn't. Especially because like his batting average was really high, his OPS was really high, and he had a career year, which is like, this is not replacement level. This is I'd say, at least in the power department, about just a little bit above average, maybe average. But that's above average. That's certainly above average, and so is that. And hell, his WAR is pretty damn good, as considering he didn't play the field. Hunter Renfroe, 28 years old. I didn't realize Renfroe was already 28. I thought he was younger than that. 28 years old. Potential is still B, but it went up. His overall went up to 86 and went diamond. Renfroe is a much better fielder than I thought. Okay in the speed department. Definitely great in the power department. And he had a very solid year as my cleanup hitter. 140 games played, 163 hits, and 563 at-bats, 33 of which were home runs, 101 RBIs, 290 average, .899 OPS. Probably could have moved him out of the cleanup spot and probably hit him like 5th, but a 4.8 WAR out there in right field. Renfroe was really solid. He's under team control for 2 more years. He's happy. I'm happy. He expected to just play every day, but he started to play as a star. His contract's a little not happy for him. But yeah, he was great. I was expecting better from him, if we're being honest, but he was still great. G-Man Choi, on the other hand, I wasn't expecting too much from, and he got his overall up to 81, went gold, and saw a lot of solid improvement. Not the best fielder, can't really run, but his hitting improved. His against righties, contact went up 1, power went up 6, he got power up to 80. His discipline went up, and it was already really high. His vision and clutch went up. And then against lefties, he made a huge improvement. Plus 13 in the contact department, plus 5 in the power department. Is he good against lefties? No, not really. But he made improvements. He turned into a really solid hitter. He had a career year that I wasn't expecting from him. In 135 games, 497 at-bats, he had 157 hits. 33 home runs, 99 RBIs, hell, 6 stolen bases, and a 316 average, and OPS of 9.80. G-Man Choi was really great with a 5.2 WAR over there at first base, under team control for 2 more years, and he's happy. He just doesn't like his contract. This is a guy who's expecting to platoon, and honestly, if this were an NL team, I would have platooned him with Jose Martinez. Martinez would have started at first against lefties, but because I had the DH spot, didn't have to worry about it. So, incredible year for G-Man Choi. Yandy Diaz is an interesting one to me. I didn't think too highly of him going in, but then I saw his attributes where they were, and I was like, this guy's going to be great. And he was okay, but I was expecting a little bit better from him. His overall went up to 78. Not a bad fielder, but not a good fielder. And I guess the same could be said for his hitting. Not a bad hitter, but not a good hitter. Against righties, he was okay. Against lefties, he was solid, and he made improvements there too. Against lefties, he turned into a really good hitter. Yeah, just like an average year though, and I'm not sad about that. He was my like number 8 hitter, I believe, against righties. At least against lefties, I believe I bumped him up. 480 at bats across 133 games. He had 133 hits, career high. 26 doubles, career high. 18 home runs, career high. 73 RBIs, career high. 9 stolen bases, career high. 277 average, career high. .44 OPS, or I'm sorry, slugging. .824 OPS, career high. He was fine. Over at third base for a WAR 3.4. Bottom of the lineup. He's under team control for 3 more years. I don't see him improving too much more. He could probably turn into gold at some point. But he's satisfied, and so am I. He's happy with his role. Not too satisfied with his contract. That's about it. Oh, where's G-Man Choi from, by the way? South Korea. Okay. I wasn't sure if he was Chinese or Korea. Austin Meadows is overall up to 85. This kid's going to be a stud. Absolute stud. He's diamond right now at 24 years old. 85 overall with A potential. I think his fielding's not the best, but I think he has plenty of time to improve that, and he will. His speed is decent enough, and his hitting is great already. Righties he'll crush, and lefties he's nice because against lefties he's not that bad. Like lefties he's still very solid against. He's obviously better against righties, and he'll crush righties, but he's solid against lefties. And again, he's only 24, so he's gonna get better, and that's scary because of how good he already was. These are MVP numbers for Austin Meadows in 141 games, 548 at-bats. He had 169 hits, 41 home runs, 120 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, and a 308 average. OPS of 1.018 and a WAR in left field of 7.2. Under team control for 3 more years. He's satisfied, and so am I. Although I'm surprised that he's satisfied because his contract he hates, the coaching he hates, and his individual performance says he's fit. There's some bullshit going on here. It says expectation all-star level. He made the all-star team. He played as one of the best players in the league. These are literal MVP numbers. 40 home runs, 100 RBIs, and a 300 average. An OPS above 1.0. Those are MVP numbers. So the fact that it says he's failing to play at the all-star level is bullshit. Because, again, he also literally made the all-star team. Maybe just because he's not the best overall on the team. That belongs to Brandon Lau. A potential, 90 overall, 25 years old. Solid hitter. Not as good as a hitter as Meadows, but a better fielder for sure. He can handle righties pretty well. And he's a lefty that, again, can... He's going to handle righties? Absolutely. Can he handle lefties? Yeah. He's never like really a problem worrying about left-handed pitching. He's very solid against lefties too. And he's going to get better. If Austin Meadows doesn't win the MVP, it's because Brandon Lau did. 136 games, 519 at-bats, 165 hits, 41 home runs as well, 122 RBIs, 11 stolen bases, a 318 average, an OPS of 1.027. Good for a WAR at second base of 8.5. He's under contract till 2025, and he's worth every penny of that money. He definitely deserves a much larger contract than that. Overall, he's satisfied. To me, he was a star. I don't know why it says every day when he was like the best hitter on the team. He loves his contract. Does not like the coaching. If Lau doesn't win the MVP, it's because Meadows did. If Meadows didn't win the MVP, it's because Lau did. Or if neither one wins the MVP, it's because they gave it to Blake Snell, who I don't think deserves it. I think he deserves the Cy Young, unless there's someone that did some crazy shit. Like I know the Angels. Like Mike Trout. Actually, no. Mike Trout. Someone on the Angels is going to win MVP. And that's understandable. But Blake Snell should win Cy Young. And World Series MVP is definitely Hunter Renfroe. LCS MVP is definitely G-Man Choi. Let's take a look at the calendar really quick. Yeah, perfect postseason for us here. +5, 6, 11... 17, 18, 21, 23, 29, 34, 38. So we had a +41 in the run differential in the postseason. Just look at these. These are just absolutely ungodly calendar months, too. We set the all-time wins record. And we came out of the gate strong. Swept the Pirates. And after we dropped that game to the Yankees, we ended up going on to win 3, 6, 8 straight. Drop a game, then win 3, 6, 8 straight. Drop a game, 3, drop a game, So, let's take a look at the awards here. World Series MVP, Hunter Renfroe. Yeah, when you bat .437, that was weird. .437 with 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in a 4-game series, you're going to be the MVP of that series. Postseason MVP, G-Man Choi, definitely the LCS MVP. So, that makes sense. Wrong button. Silver Sluggers. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get some Silver Sluggers. Meadows got one. Adames finished second at shortstop. Brandon Lau got it for second base. I'll maybe get like one Gold Glove somewhere in there. Kiermaier got a Gold Glove in center for the second straight year. That's probably it for Gold Gloves for me. Oh, Brandon Lau finished second at second base. And Zunino finished third for catcher. Cool. Okay. Hank Aaron Award didn't get it. Yeah, I'm not going to win the MVP this year. Rookie of the Year. I didn't have any rookies. Reliever of the Year. A little surprising. Batting title. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to MVP. Trout's definitely going to get it. Trout or Rendon or Upton. Cy Young did go to Blake Snell. Well deserved. Especially against these other two. We had a much lower ERA, more strikeouts than both of them, and better win-loss. 100% deserved. And he takes the MVP. To me, he doesn't deserve MVP. To me, it should go to Justin Upton. I think Justin Upton deserved it. Or Anthony Rendon. I think Rendon also had 50-plus home runs. I don't know. I'm happy with it. Snell MVP and Cy Young, but I don't think he deserved the MVP. But I'll take it. Who won it in the NL? Chris Bryant did win it. So the game did spoil it to me. So we did have the reigning NL MVP against the reigning AL Cy Young. They said that in the World Series. This is exciting. We got the reigning MVP and the reigning Cy Young winner. Yeah. And DeGrom three-peats for the Cy Young. I don't know if he deserved it. I think Scherzer probably deserved it. Much lower ERA, more strikeouts, just because he had 2 less wins. What are the innings pitched? 231 and 2/3, 237. Yeah, I think Scherzer deserved that more. David Price in the top 3 is solid, though. I like to see that. I like DP. But that's gonna do it. Tampa Bay Rays are in the book. I believe up next is the Cubs. Yep, Cubs are up next. With the Cubs, I'm looking forward to a lot, actually. I'm definitely going to need to make some pitching improvements. Rotation's okay. Would like to make it better. Definitely going to need to improve the bullpen. Lineup's pretty solid already, though. Bryant, Baez, Rizzo, Contreras, Schwarber. You know, those 5 are off the top of my head. Definitely going to be fun to play with. I know they had a Jason Kipnis, so he's okay. So, yeah, not really much to change there with the Cubs. Definitely looking forward to it. Last but not least, any packs I may have gotten between starting my Rays run and ending my Rays run. Unlock 1 Bat Slam. Chop Slam for lefties or righties, and then with the one-hand or two-hand, I'll go with this one. That's the one I use the most. The Show Classics, choose 1 classic player. Choose 1 Diamond Nostalgia player featured in previous editions of Diamond Dynasty. Alex Reyes, Gary Sanchez, Victor Robles, Charlie Morton, Alberto Mondesi. Probably hold on to that, make my pick later. Choose 1 High Diamond. Corey Kluber, Ricky Henderson, Hal Newhouser, Willie McCovey, or Raleigh Fingers. I'll probably save that one for later too. So I'll open up. I didn't get any regular packs, but I did get my Rays one. 2 bronze players, G-Man Choi, solid. Andrew Kittredge, who was not on my team. His 2 silvers are Yanni Chirinos and Joey Wendell. Somehow Wendell silver. I got 3 team affinity packs. I've never gotten anything good out of these affinity packs, so I'm not expecting anything. Ooh, I got a gold, Yasmani Grandal, which I already have 2 of, though. Main Street Field. Well, so I finally got a gold out of one of these, but that's as best as I got. So I'm going to save all these for another day. All these choose ones, because I don't know what to choose. That's going to do it, though, until we start up the Cubs, probably tonight.